So when people speak about these things,
Why they cook for you?
Oh man,
When?
at the food shops, at the food stores, I just pick up the food.
Is it?
What do you cook for yourself when you get to KFC?
No, I was thinking just the home dynamic. I wasn't thinking takeaway. No, I
No,
wasn't
sandwiches I
asking
make
for-
myself.
Okay.
Sandwiches.
What sandwiches do you make?
Sorry?
What sandwiches do you make?
With bread. What sandwiches do you make?
I don't know. Like what's in them?
Like what? Lettuce.
Filling. What do you
Yes,
put in a
what filling?
sandwich? Fillings that I like.
Ini. Ukudla. Ini paloni, lettuce, man.
Panoni.
Paloni.
Panoni. Ukhulele.
French. What's the difference between French and paloni?
What's this? There's no.
Depends on where you grew up.
Yes.
What?
If you grew up in Kasi, French. If you grew up in the suburbs, then it's Poloni.
Oh, to know
No,
what's the
paloni
difference?
chembi. French wouldn't use that word.
But it's the same thing.
From France.
What?
But it's the same
What
thing.
came from France?
Paloni.
Pardon.
Yes, it is from France. Poloni is a French term.
Yes. That's why he's saying French.
Yeah.
Were you asking something else?
Yes, you're saying what's the difference between the
French and paloni. So to be saying it's the same thing.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I
I
didn't
was saying
know.
the term French is such as Usemakasi.
Hayi thina besithi paloni. French ngicabe mangisengikhruti.
Injani French color yakhona?
Nithi ziyafana yithi. Ipaloni mos.
Angazi mina.
In fact, is there a difference between French and paloni?
Mbuzo ukuthi ufaka ini mhlawumbe sandwich half enye French enye
Paloni.
Paloni.
Ipaloni or ipoloni yini? How do you spell
Paloni.
paloni? Yini?
Poloni. Are we filming?
Can we go?
We've got an hour.
Oh no, we haven't been filming.
We
bro.
can't be chatting about Poloni.
No, we can't be talking about the French now. No, how
You spoke about someone taking a shit last week for
No,
15
no,
minutes.
no.
That
But
thing was-
Osizo is meant to.
and
I see
someone said to us-
DOP. He's meant to say.
Someone said when Penuel is not here, they speak about shit.
Excuse the pun. These are facts.
Everyone are tough, bro.
Bakhuluma makaka.
That's again, bro. But otherwise, guys, like I'm very cognizant that you guys just come from recording like 2 hours on Konvo. On the real though, how does that feel having shot the last episode?
Feels great. I feel free.
What a dog. What a dog.
Oh, guys.
What a dog.
I mean, I felt a bit emotional though. I was like,
I'm sad.
I was a little bit sad.
I'm sad. Not a little. I'm sad.
I was a little bit sad. I was like, I say happy for my cheetah.
Yeah. So
It's happy.
oh, black, no.
Players le pifa na woku butu
What?
le. Ay pifa.
No,
No,
I
I
beef-
pifa.
No.
Ayibona ngeTwitter, Twitter ukuthi ubifa noba. Wabhala no Taro the bani wabhala abantu ebifa nabo wabhala mhlawumbe kanti beyi9.
Le beef nabantu. Nakusithi beef. If umshaya personal inkinga. Number 2.
Personal kanjani?
No, kunabanye abantu mfethu azange bamphathe grand online. Mina ngeke ngibakhuluma. But hayi. Uphenza nyeka kulahlela personal akhulume ngencosi yakho or lady lakho. You have to beef with that person.
Ubifa nabanye
He's
abantu.
right.
No, I just have boundaries.
Yeah, no. Abanye
It's not
abantu
beef. I'm not beefing with anyone.
Not to beef, mara banokumjwayela. Banokushaya below the
I'm
belt.
not beefing with anyone.
Hayi,
I just have
bahlala.
boundaries.
Hayi, bahlala. So, right.
Mina beef nini?
I wasn't emotional, man. I have a feeling that we're gonna work some more. It's just a matter of how we're gonna package it. But in terms of, look, I'll tell you this. Some of our episodes this year went the greatest.
What?
Some of our episodes were not the
In
greatest.
terms of what? In terms of views?
In terms of me rushing to watch it again on a Monday morning.
Okay.
Yeah. So that wasn't nice. And to be honest, 2026, I'm going to be changing my podcasting style. For many reasons. Part of it's not really that we're saturated. It's a very small industry, market. But some stuff is getting boring and stale. I think Utube mentioned this to some degree, that some things need to be shaken up, man. And with us, as much as we were trying the Joe Rogan route,
Yeah.
hey, sometimes 2 hours, man. Especially because a lot of our guests, Abazens, they're just fucking boring. So you're also asking
can't
for a
say
lot.
I think it's 100% when you're trying to stretch with those people that don't have the muscle to chat for that. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Sure.
Because then it feels like you're trying to pull shit out of them, and that becomes work. And the moment for me, and we've had episodes where I said, "Go to you last week felt like work." Where you're like, "Yo, those episodes I get."
Because you try. So part of the strategy, I hope, is with guests I don't know, of which I used to look forward to the idea of I'm meeting you for the first time. So I'm hoping for like magic moments. I'm going to have to let that go. I'd rather meet someone, figure out that this person's cock boring, and then see if I can curate a conversation.
You know what Tucker does?
And if they look like a 30-minute chat, let it be 30 minutes just
Or
of
just speak to them
impact.
before, like a lunch or something.
Tucker has a dinner the night before. They have a dinner with his wife and he brings his family. Have a dinner and then he gets talking points from that dinner because then there's
can
no
see.
cameras. He can see the angle that he wants to go. He can also pick out, okay, this is a bit sensitive. I'm not going to talk about this person's childhood. And then the following day, then they shoot.
Sure.
You know.
So
And
a bit of curation.
Okay.
Maybe a lot of curation is what I'm looking for. It's not my style, but I think considering that we're not filming just for our consumption, and there is something to be said about the audience and them getting bored, just also respecting them. You know, people are giving you their ears and their eyes. So, I mean, we're not just random Popeyes. You know, Debs, we are sort of considerate. Dune 3 is coming out next year. Now, if Villeneuve gives us exactly what he gave us, he knows. I guess I'm speaking to him. I'm looking at you, right?
Oh, Smiley,
So if he only gives us part 1 and part 2, we'll be grateful. But we are hoping for something. It's like Avatar Fire and Ash, which I'm hopefully going to watch soon. I'd like for James Cameron to give us something we haven't seen.
Are you gonna go with Mlotshwa?
Yo.
IMAX.
Yo. Awufuna ngimeme. Awufuna ngimeme.
Yenzani kusasa mafethu?
Hayi.
What time?
Hayi.
Take that.
Hayi.
Yeah,
Morning.
It's IMAX. No, I can't. Damn it.
You can't what?
In the morning.
Uh.
No.
How do you know?
I know my schedule. No. I need to be with my human.
So I want to curate more. And there's certain content creators, man, that I'm such big fans of. It's just the amount of work they put in, I'm not willing to do. But every now and then, a part of me wishes. We've spoken about this, Debs. The idea of dropping one super phenomenal episode once in 4 months.
Yes.
And spending 4 months just putting that together.
Just researching.
Instead of
putting in the work.
Instead of
building
trying
the
to drop
rapport.
every week.
Oh, Lord.
It's not nice and people get angry. But
That
when
is
you
the best thing.
There's nothing that's harder that people don't understand than when you're meeting a person for the first time here. Like I'm meeting you for the first time and you're on the mic and it's camera.
it's only hard if the person is tough.
But I'm saying
some people make it so lacquer.
So here's the thing, because people would say if it's your brother or your friend or you're this, and I go, I literally met that person. I've only met them once when they sat there. I've never seen them again. We might now have a rapport and chats on WhatsApp, but that was the first time I met them. Besides maybe sending them location on WhatsApp. That's the only real chat. And then they're here. And now it's 1, 2, 3, fire go. Yeah. And you're like,
Abba, Warras, Joanne recently.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with all of them for the first time when we started. But the synergy and how organic it is so nice.
I don't like that. And it's not because there's no synergy. I'm like, but it could be better.
It's like Campbell.
Sort of a fate, man. I want us to do the Warras thing earlier.
Okay, sorry.
And the reason is you can tell how far people watch episodes. They never go maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And what if we mention it then? Then it's like you guys didn't say anything. I'm just
You can drop it as a short.
But I was saying you can also be strategic in your title.
Sure,
where you
sure,
can
okay,
say
cool.
speak about Warras and then you just
At
leave
this
it.
time.
No,
Okay,
but that's
at
almost
that time.
clickbait. You can drop it as a short.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry too much. I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay,
If
cool.
ever you worried in future.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, before you speak about Warras,
Yeah.
Club Shay Shay
I was gonna go there.
spoiled us.
Yeah.
And we did
We
did him and Cat Williams a disservice. We actually fucked up. We fucked up, all of us. So Club Shay Shay drops Cat Williams,
Sure.
which became, I think, the biggest episode
now.
of 2025.
Yeah. It's the biggest episode now, I think, ever. I stand to be correct.
Okay.
But yeah.
So Cat Williams dropped so many bombs that when Shannon Sharp dropped the shorts, they were insane. And we saw that and it was like, so then we started doing shorts. The problem is it became almost like this thing of let's just do long format for the sake of long format, which is a mistake. You drew long format if it feels long format. If it doesn't,
Cut.
But cut after
But
15
if you've
minutes.
seen Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, they have separate channels for their shorts.
Yes.
And a separate channel for the long
And
form.
I told you what I say.
we talk about two different things.
Okay.
And you're right. My thing is this.
I don't
this
like
is-
the shorts living on Konvo, by the way.
Yes, we've spoken about.
Yeah,
spoken
it's
about
almost must be like on Konvo shorts.
Sure.
Yeah, no, yeah, we've definitely.
So we speak about two different things. Shannon Sharp put those Cat Williams shorts
Sure.
on his Club Shay Shay.
Sure.
And people must understand, we're not speaking about YouTube shorts. There's a difference. There's the
With
real
shorter clips.
Oh,
and
shorter
the shorts.
5 minute clips.
So you're
5
speaking
minute
about
clips.
2
The
minutes
five-
and above.
I'm talking about the.
I'm just saying
yeah.
for people to understand what we're saying.
So Debs was concerned, which is a very valid concern. Myself, Abomek G, SMWX, all of these guys, their views are not people watching the whole episode. These are just facts for whatever reason.
Sure.
So you worry when there's certain juice that people may miss it because they won't watch till the end. Part of the shorts was saying, look, some of the juicier stuff later, make shorter clips and then drop them. But people won't watch those either. They need to be impactful. Otherwise,
So, but I
people don't watch.
I think it's different strokes for different folks. So, for example, me, the way that I consume podcasts, I'm a long format guy.
Hey, you like
So,
me, man.
so for me personally, and we've gotten feedback on, for example, AMAGENTS, where there's certain individuals that say, I don't want you to Ikalela. I want to know where it started from. So I will watch the entire.
There's too few of those people.
No, but it's fine. And I'm saying, the data will speak. So again, if you had two different platforms, one with shorts and one with this, you can actually start
You're
seeing
coming
it.
back with that thing, and I'm trying to explain. We're talking about two different things. What you're saying is good.
Sure.
I support have a short clips channel, have a long format.
Perfect.
What I'm talking about is we made the mistake of dropping shorts shorter clips even when we don't need to.
Yes.
When they exist is then your
Okay.
conversation.
Got you.
I'm saying, and we see this with TikToks, where people may have not watched the episode. You need to master a skill of figuring out what do people want to hear. So this tribute to Warwick Stock is valid. Whether people watch the whole episode or not, you like say, if ever you're worried about people missing something that comes organically later, make that a short clip. Even if it doesn't have a lot of views, you're like, it's so important, I want it to have a standalone. Whether it's on the main channel or that's then what you're talking about. I'm just saying the mistake we made is we saw that work for Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp, and then we wanted to do it for almost every episode, and you mustn't.
Gandhi, he just was just dropping fire after fire after
It needs-
fire.
You can
after
sit
fire.
in 3 hours and only come out with 2 short clips, and that's
That are hot.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't try and be like, no, we must find 5 or 10 short clips in every. Don't, because you already, it's that thing. You're trying to milk
Yeah.
where there's nothing, and then you see 300 views, and it's like, but this was never going to work.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes the short clip is 30 seconds.
But sometimes the challenge is you don't know what will land.
You don't know. It's a gamble, but I'm just saying,
Because then some random tit on his Papayana channel will find something that you didn't think was a nugget.
And we've seen that a lot. Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, And then we're like, and you're like, what?
If you check out the TikTok some of those short clips, you're like, what? It even has more views than the actual long form.
Yeah, no.
That time is 1 minute.
Some of the clips, some of the clips you like, and I watch those clips and I go,
Ishaya, the
But-
whole episode.
yeah, no, I get it. But again,
it's a skill.
I
think it's a
already
skill.
think kuti different strokes with different folks, and I'm not looking at it from a numbers point. I'm looking at about an audience because there's sometimes the quantity might be the fickle market versus the few quality, which might actually be your true audience.
do you feel the same about different shows on the same channel?
Yeah,
Same energy.
yeah. if I had things my way, each show would have its own channel.
Yeah.
So that people would know where to go for this, you know, because to me personally. But with that being said, it's a question of, would you want in your church, remember you've got a rotating church of like 1,000 people versus having a cult of 20 diehard. You see where I'm trying to go with this? And I'm saying, Woodsy, there's nothing wrong with having the church with the shorts and the watwati of 1,000 people. But me, I'm a cult nigga. So I want to be 20 strong. I will die for this motherfucker. Type of
you.
I believe that there's 20 strong are the ones that will pay membership of $100 a month versus these guys who are like, and when there's the next trend and the next wave, they'll go. These guys are still playing the first Rick Ross, the stuff that wasn't even released. They are diehard. They've got Rick Ross tattooed on their bodies. I would rather focus on this and have quality and grow that. I'm a case study of one.
Sure.
So in that, I feel there's real loyalty. It's people that don't want to let go of using a Nokia in 2025. Those niggas I want to look after. Not disregarding these ones.
It's different visions.
But again, these ones tend to be the people that bounce.
Different visions.
No, that's fine. And that's okay. Hence why I'm not saying let's pick one over the other. Versus have both. And you see, Wuti, I'm this person, if we need DSTV Compact, or I'm willing to go DSTV Premium, but we've got both options. That's what I'm trying to say.
Give us the chat here, the sports guys with DSTV. They're like, forget this, all the channels. Okay, just let peace.
You're just
We'll be loyal.
DSTV Sport.
Yeah,
You know, because the show makes entertainment, show makes sport, show makes sports entertainment.
Sure.
Let me go where I need to go, but give me the options of all. So I'm not trying to say, Guti, this one is better than this one. No, I'm saying for me, I like that. And because I like that, I'll focus on that. For someone else, they might like that, and that's okay.
But where does that... Are there many case studies where that works? Because both of you like the single channel. And I guess Abu Chorogan are exactly that.
I don't like single channel.
Like you like one channel must have that one topic.
Oh, yes. Yes. I like that, yeah.
Across all media, it's only in YouTube where that works, né? Like everywhere else, whether it's an ABC, they've got different shows. It's a Showmax.
Yes.
It's a...
Yeah.
I think the problem is the algorithm for me.
Okay. Explain.
I don't think the algorithm is set up like that. Because the assumption was...
And we're speaking YouTube now, Anit.
Yeah, we're speaking YouTube.
Sure.
I put you on this. This is when I told you that this is why I don't think multiple shows on a channel work.
Yeah.
Abo MacG have got, I don't know how many now, 1 point whatever million subscribers. They launched a football show, which I believe was their first show that got a proper sponsor, being an online gambling platform.
Yeah.
The views on that show, and it's been running for a while, are soap up.
But it's on their main channel.
Yeah. The views are soap up. So
compared to, let me give you a thing that will also boost your argument. Compared to AmaFans Weight. AmaFans Weight is just TV, but it's only soccer. Only soccer. They even go to the Bava Unkama Stadium to AmaFans outside. Who's
But look,
then they all watch
just to play devil's advocate for guys like MacG putting at soccer. You're also trying to leverage off what you've created at 1.1 million.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying so Utebs are asked, is it just YouTube where you wouldn't support this? Because on other platforms, you're like, I'm already on Mzansi Magic. This show is playing. They're advertising the next one. Now it's in Ibuwe. We wouldn't want to watch Mocha Love and only watch Chola 99 as an example. And he's saying from what he's seen on many platforms, that thing works of adding more shows. Is it just a YouTube thing where it almost isn't what you're saying? Or now that you're here, let's sell you another product. And I'm saying the algorithm looks like it fucking doesn't do that. I'm going to show you the numbers just now.
Yeah, no, with digital, it's definitely not like your traditional media.
Sure.
You know, and I think...
Do you think it's an SA thing or overseas thing?
I think it's general. I think when you said to... I think
Truly has done it, man.
No.
Vice has done it.
Don't look at...
The big guys.
Look, generally speaking.
Okay.
Yeah, one.
Shop.
So has there been people that have done it successfully? Yes. But generally speaking, the way that, for example, when you advertise, and this is always something that frustrates me when I go to creative agencies, where they will make a creative package for TV and they give a TVC and it makes sense, and then they want to repurpose it for social media.
It don't work.
And I go, no, we've just made, and I go, what the fuck? It doesn't work because again, on TV, it's big screen, I would assume like 50 inches minimum. There's all this, I'm in the space, I'm on the, here, toilet. I don't have the same.
You know, many times agencies come to us, they say, do a TV, sorry to cut you, Jam. Do a TVC, it's a minute. Then look at my shorts for social media. And I'm like, you guys do know that social media is just a different beast, you know? They're like, no, but because for them it's that, so half a meter, we're gonna get value for money. Because you'll do shorts for a TikTok and what. The assumption is that 20 second I'm gonna do for that ad will work for a TikTok. Because you're gonna take from the main one that's gonna go on TV the 1 minute. And I'm like, shoot another ad dedicated only for your social media.
Even your main guys on the ad, even your main guys are different. TV, you can get away with a new face. Where on the socials, it needs to be some sort of influence that we already know. Everything is, when people are on their phone on the social streets, their thinking changes. If I'm on LinkedIn, my thinking is very different than when I'm on X.
It is.
So you need to understand, Uguti, if you're trying to sell me something on LinkedIn, it needs to have a more premium feel than if you're selling me something to a different platform. If it's on TikTok, you've got less to no time to sell me something because I'm swiping that thing. Yeah. So you've got 0.5 of a second. So whatever you're selling has to be impactful or else I'm gone. Whereas on other platforms, on X, it must be a still.
Yep.
Because I'm not clicking into that video, bro. I have no time because on X, I'm used to reading.
Yeah, that thing is a problem, man. And they expect you just to make sure it works.
People are dumb, man.
Ibubukala sizama ukuvala umlomo sibe sikhuluma nje. This is on the Podcast and Chill Network. It's called Onside.
Yeah.
They can the show on it.
No, they literally dropped an episode today.
Is it? Oh.
So there's two ways where it could work. Number one,
why YouTube?
It's not YouTube. It's when you go to podcasts. It's
podcast and it is at the dedicated
list. Fuck me.
Playlist.
We're dealing with the timer that only SMSs.
Hey.
Hi. So either the other shows are in the same vein. So Politics South Africa, Monday it's Mustafa, Tuesday it's Sizwe Mpofu Walsh, Wednesday it's Mighty Jamie. I think then it could work, like the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
The other reference you make in Vice is I think because they create a certain type of content people want to watch.
Yeah. Revolt, different shows. But
you're going from 101,000, then this one is like 4,000.
Yeah.
300
on a channel with 1.69 million subscribers.
Yes.
You're like, how does the algorithm work? Because even by accident, if you clicked and subscribed and clicked the notification bell initially, I would have assumed when a new thing comes up.
But you know, go to my friends with. The format there, Bale.
But how is
you
it?
Speak with die-hard fans, but after game is missing. But ring an match. By poster within 30 minutes, like right now. I'm a fans wait for his soccer
show.
Here's what I'm saying is maybe the format of that soccer show.
No. But two different things. You're right.
Yeah.
The whole thing we're speaking about is here's a channel with 1 million subscribers. I say, Penzo, put me on your channel, Ntwana. I want to leverage your audience. And then as soon as you drop an episode, it does 300 views.
Bro,
and you're like,
they are hitting 0.5%.
They're
not even getting to 1%
of the big numbers.
No, of the subscribers.
Okay.
If I put you on a channel and you can't hit 1%, I'm looking at one that was like done 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks, you are at 0.3%. Hey, chief.
Why are chillers not watching Onside?
Because it might not speak to them.
I hear you, but
it's soccer. That's another assumption.
But it doesn't mean that all the chillers. I'm not a soccer person.
Yeah, but they watch soccer somewhere else. My point is
because this. When I think of this, I think of Mom go see what's happening right now.
This is what I was saying about the algorithm. When you're on a TV channel, by accident you'll get a lot of people watching a bit of the next show or at least know about it.
Yeah.
Purely because you're already there. That's why you advertise on Generations Uzalo, so that people can see. I'm saying, even when they started, Abomekji would promote Onside. but people wouldn't watch. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be 4,000 views. It could be doing 20,000 on average. But it does so bad that I'm like, I don't think it's because the show itself is so bad and people are not interested. There should be just a small and a spillover where because it's on podcast and chill, we get
I've never watched it.
30,000.
I've never watched it, so I don't know where I'm coming from. But is it totally different presenters? And is their show purely soccer? There's no Mgosi or current trending, no trending topics, no nothing.
The only reason I'm raising it is just this thing of, this is what I told the Debza.
Yeah.
Is the reason why I don't believe
Yeah.
that having different shows on one channel works.
Yeah.
Because most people think leverage.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know if this show would do better. Maybe not because of the algorithm.
Yeah.
If it was a standalone channel. I don't know.
I think with the same production, it could potentially do better
on its own.
on its own.
But we don't know how the algorithm works. Because if I ask you this question, what views do you think they do on 1.69 million? I don't think you'd be giving these numbers.
No, I'd never.
So there's something you don't know about the algorithm.
I'd never. But at least now I could say, well, look, they've got 10,000 subscribers and they're hitting 3,000 episodes. That's respectable. You're hitting 30% of your...
Yeah.
I can respect that. But if you're getting to a point where you're like, I've got at my disposal 1.6 million and I'm hitting 0.3% of that, Chief.
I don't know what they're doing wrong, and if they say, I'm going to check it, Diski TV, Uncle Leo.
No, I think it needs to get rid of
307,000 subscribers.
Is he posting a lot? Was that post? Oh, hey man, he's not appearing on my thing anymore. I don't know.
You talk on Kulego on culture?
Yes, I'm
No,
saying.
his podcast hasn't been filming. This is it, Diski TV.
Oh, it is TV.
This is his bread and butter.
I was thinking of the other one.
I like that guy, bro.
Ban.
Nkululeko. Is it Nkululeko?
Yeah?
Is his name? Nkululeko.
Yeah. Kulego Nkeu.
Chabinyan. I like that guy. He's a solid look.
He's a solid look.
Sometimes you see these oaks because he's got like nerdy vibes.
He is a serious nerd and
Yeah.
unashamed.
Yeah, I fuck with oaks like that. I was saying this even today with the memorial service before we get into with a lot of the guys that I see making waves in this new space that we're trying to create. They've got that nerdy energy. But they're forced to become a chameleon in this public media mainstream way. You know, like think about or SAPC or cinema tones or what. You are forced to be an extrovert. Now you've got these guys that were nerds that had to force themselves to become something. Now they're hitting it both sides.
Who would have ever thought nerds would be their thing, man?
Nerds are lacquer, bro. Nerds are ruling the
Like
fucking
generally in the
roost.
world,
I think nerds have always been a thing.
Is it?
It's just they weren't famous.
Okay.
I think once nerds knew how to dress and then they did the algorithm in terms of these are the jokes I need to say, this is how I need to cut my hair, this is how I once nerds hit that, I sit in the UFC. I am an addict. I'm a UFC fucking bitch. A lot of those guys that are the top guys are nerds.
Maybe it's when
Proper
school
nerds.
became important for everyone.
Okay.
Maybe.
Or is it
And then
not when
school
they started
became-
to make money?
Who?
Nerds. That's when they became cool. You don't
No,
do nerds?
look, I think they've always been nerds historically, but it was the brawn builder guys that were dope and not the strategists.
Okay.
I think when we were all forced into school and away from outside living, I think then when the guys who were winning at the school game started becoming a bit popular, maybe then we all became forced to follow them.
I'm using something like brawn. Ne? I think you're saying Bart in the farmer. So UFC is your brawn type of thing. But the nerds are now shining.
What is brawn?
Brawn, like muscle.
What is it?
Ne?
Muscle.
So now, if you watch the UFC, it's now the nerds that are winning because they'll get into something like jiu-jitsu, which is chess of the martial arts. Okay. So they know how to study it. So as Luna is saying, these guys will strategize how to beat your ass, bro.
Okay.
Bayazi ukuthi wena soft. So yena udlala chess. Wena utshethi nyolo la no udlala chess.
Sure.
Ngomzimba wakho.
Yakuthola.
Eklepule. And you see this even in rugby. All of a sudden you sit with some of these guys and you're like, this is an actual nerd. But he's realized, but the way that I need to gym and the way that I what, he's calculating and is very strategic, like a chess guy.
Sure.
Like a guy who was good with computers. His computers is, well, if I eat this many macros and if I eat this many yabona and I make sure that I'm on a calorie dip and I run this many and with the rugby if I calculate the from the wind so shall I net the grounding. And you're like, damn.
I think that's a real life example of what I'm saying. Once the school kids started becoming popular,
Sure.
the school skills became a thing. I think, Angas,
Okay.
we interrupted you, Fej. You wanted to speak about Warras. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying, man, ish. Today I was just thinking about it. Yes, the impact of Umchita, man. There's something about people who are vocal about stuff that most people don't want to speak about, And I always say, man, you shouldn't be a hero for South Africans, man. From all the people that have been killed, because things just move on. And Umchita just didn't care, and I think he understood Uti. There might be some consequences about what I speak about, but hey, it is what it is. So, yeah, man, I just wanna, condolences to the family. I know this is gonna air in Jan, but my one takeaway from Warras, the idea of Ingozak. Because when you guys spoke about, because I've seen what you guys have been posting and a lot you guys have been speaking about Ingos, and it made me think about off camera, you speak about them, even sometimes on camera, that's the biggest moment of joy for him. And I was like, yo, what type of dad am I? Mang boda Ingozam, would they be like, so I've been thinking a lot about the type of dad that I am, or my kids speak about the way Warras spoke about Itamalabo, So yeah, man, condolences to the family, man. And for me, the biggest takeaway is family, the power of family and loving your kids no matter what. Maneni, you be like, you're a soft dad. But because like that's all I know, mntwana. Nyenzeni, nginenyuku mntwana. Inqondo zami ufuna zibe grand. Ngiyawuzwa mntwana ukuthi ngisoft. Mara mntwana man. Nyabo khona ubafaka kule zinto lezi. Nyenzeni,
Sise bounce. That's an ocean basket. Drama squid heads. Ngenze njalo ubona ufuna float. Papa, please can I get a cream soda float?
Yeah, So for me, man, the building thing, illegal stuff, for me, that was not a touching point for me, honestly. But just what he meant to his kids. And it made me question, what type of dad am I? And what are my flaws? And what can you change, Ingosi Akinfeld is like, this guy would be with me from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m.
In hospital, yeah.
And the nurses would complain. Because I've had someone in the hospital, and after a certain time, they start to complain. This is not your place.
And what else is
the fact that it's like, hey, I'm going to be here 6 a.m. until 9 p.m. That stuck with me. That said something about the type of dad that he was. And you want those things, man, irrelevant of how the kids turn out. The fact that they can come out and say, he was there when I needed him the most. Because that's what the kids said. That's a major thing, man.
Sorry to jump in. I think what hit me today, I was crying like a bitch the whole time.
Sorry, by today, we're filming on the 19th of December. I just wanted to confirm that this is dropping in January, but we're filming this on the day of his memorial service, 19th December 2025.
So what confirmed today is how social media views you versus people that actually know you. And it's not like you're a fake version of anything. We spoke about how people can take certain clips and they take it out of context and you just get this. So now it builds a narrative somewhere. This person's racist, this person's a chauvinist, this person is this and that, purely based on that 10-second that they took out of context, and you have so many people, because when Warras passed and you're watching, reading comments on Twitter, I was taken aback with how many negative comments I was reading. And I was like, I was sickened by that. There's a guy, I don't want to give him any airplay, but now he's also a person that does videos and he's very popular, and you're saying the most negative shit. And I'm like it's one thing to say, I don't like him as a DJ, I don't like him as whatever his job is. But when you start having personal attacks as if you know him, like I draw the line there, and I'm like, bro, you've got such a following to be spewing so much negativity. Umchita's just passed away. This guy he's got kids He's got a mom. He's got so many people, you know, that love him. For you to be able to say this negative stuff a day or two after he's passed, like, I look at you and I'm like, I'm sickened. Like, I don't know you personally, but like, mas ngahlangane Christ, asengathi nje ngavele ngithi mfethu osalana. Ngokutapune ngenduku. Phamba kwathi umuntu. Robert, afethu strunas nkulunkulu. Because I'm like, lento yenza wrong, because you can say, I don't fuck with his music. I don't fuck with how he was as a disc jockey, a radio jockey. Sorry, yeah. That's his career. That's what he put out there. When you start talking about personal, intimate stuff, and this is where I hate social media, when they talk about these personas as a father. You're a deadbeat dad. How the fuck do you know me, bro? Are you sitting with like my kids? Are my kids telling you this? How the fuck do you know this? You just took what that person said and that person said and you pieced it together, and none of these fucking cunt faces know who I am. And I'm listening to this because we had the privilege of being at the memorial service, and you're listening to his kids and his kids are crying. And I'm listening to his sister. Shout out to Nicole. I'm like, fucking hell. His family. This guy spoke brilliantly. Like, fucking amazing. I'm crying. I'm listening to all the different people talking about him, PH. And I'm going, oh my fuck, this guy was so loved. And the people are speaking about people that know him. Not in Nina and Azama sound bites or 10 seconds. And then you're spewing garbage. How dare your fucking thumbs type negative things about a personal life you don't know? Talk about Ramaphosa from as a politician. Ne? Talk about Michael Schumacher as a driver. Yeah. But for you to speak about them as fathers, as if ingane no.
Do you remember what the person was speaking about?
You're speaking about this, Guti, how he's we are papa. In the sense of what he's doing with the buildings,
okay,
in the security company, because the guy was speaking about Guti. Apparently, Warras was there to check if there was electricity in the buildings, but this guy's like, "But Warras, you were there for your job. You hired for security. So what are you doing looking at electricity when you're there for security?"
But why would that touch you?
Clearly, you didn't watch the episode to understand that. He went beyond just security.
The reason why it touched me is because now you're going to call Munti Slima. But you don't know. I'm going to, when you, for example, do you know his contract? Do you know what it entails, the fine print around what security looks like?
The reason I'm asking is I'm a bit worried that you're doing the thing that you're accusing him of.
Yes. So I'll tell you why. I'm not attacking this guy in his personal thing.
Because you don't know him in real life.
Perfect.
So you might meet him in real life. You might meet his family. His kids. You've only seen a clip.
I'm not talking about his weight, his mom, his granny.
That's what I was asking. What's this guy was speaking about?
I'm trying to explain.
Sure.
Ne?
That's how people speak on social media.
Yes, and I'm saying that is what is toxic. So just because that's how people talk doesn't mean it's right. Lungelo, hear me out.
A few weeks ago, we spoke about that husband podcast. You never met Black Newborn. You hadn't really watched the podcast. You gave your opinion without knowing. Then you got to know him, which is a great privilege.
What was?
But he didn't say anything about Black Newborn. And
he said, "Luamchitu ya Kenya."
Yeah, his podcast. That's what I said. No.
You were here.
No.
I was here. I was here.
I said the podcast. Be honest.
I didn't think it was a personal attack.
I didn't speak about him as a man.
Do you think it was a personal attack on him?
No. I didn't apologize to the man.
I'm speaking about the manner of speaking. When you like, yeah, podcast, yeah, Kenya. Yeah, that's like Alamchitu is slim. I'm saying people speak like that online.
No, but I want to be clear. But
no, I hear the nuance. No, my thing is someone will hear you, and be like, I was watching that AMAGENTS piece of shit podcast. Penson is not even married and was there just talking shit about Black Newborn. Who the fuck does it? And they get worked up.
Okay.
Which is what social media does.
Sure.
And I'm not here to defend a person I don't know. I wanted to have a follow-up question of...
But let me finish my point.
Is there a conversation to be held around an online persona versus a real life, because there's real life, and real life, most people don't know anyone.
Yes.
To be fully honest.
Sure.
So it's unfair for me to say, "Utebs ushaya intombi yakhe," when I don't know you personally. Then there's an online persona where whenever women for change say stuff, you're like, so I end up being like, this guy is an abuser, but I don't know you in real life.
Okay.
And we create these perceptions online, which many of us have unfortunately been victims of perception about Charlie Kirk and the like. And people create a perception. And when you look at the receipts online, because they don't know you in real life, they're not at memorial services, they don't know your kids, they don't know your work. That's all they have. And when you're watching, trying to think of an example. I can't think of one.
Okay.
When you're watching someone that you may not like online for whatever reason, I always talk about smashing palms, but you don't know that he's polite to women in real life, he loves his mom. Are we not allowed online, because it's not in real life, are we not allowed online to say, based on the persona you've sold to me, I could be wrong even, it could be differing opinions, I think there's something wrong with you, I don't like you, or I think you are, and then people in your real life are like, oh, that's the online stuff. Tina, in real life, we know him, so we don't mind. Because what happens is you get upset with someone, and this is a really real thing. You get upset with someone online because they speak about kids with autism, and it becomes a fat joke, and they laugh. You've got a kid with autism. They speak about women in a certain way. They speak about black people. They speak about white people. And then someone takes online to real life. And then certain people might get harmed. When you actually look at the receipts online, you're like, but if it only worked on
Penson's
online,
level of personal is different from
But
yours.
yeah, it's different.
which is why I wanted the example.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get back to my point.
Part of the reason, sorry, before you carry on, Penson, part of the reason I am stopping Penson and I am asking these questions
Yeah.
is because I know it's, when something is personal to us,
Sure.
it's very triggering.
Okay, but
And
I want to clear up.
No, you're
certain-
clear.
Yeah, okay, sure.
And when something is not, we become detached.
Sure.
So I wanted it to be a teachable moment, even for us here, so that Nati, when we look at people calling Penuel a deadbeat father, you're like, hey, have I ever called Umini Dlamini, Upeltusi, Uboy? Have I ever said Slay Queen? Kanti really. And the thing I said about her may have actually hurt people because I don't know them in real life. So we're all meant to learn, take something away to be like, hey, yeah, that I don't really like. Because I know for me, what Penson's saying, I've done a lot. So it sounded like he was speaking about me, which is why I'm asking. What did he say? Because I've said a lot of things
You
about
have
people.
done that.
Yeah.
So again, you have. But again, if I say Rick Ross Kenya, ne? The caveat is that I don't know Rick Ross in his personal capacity, and I'm talking about his music. Ne? Me specifically, I try to clarify as best as I can. Uguti, not every podcast is my cup of tea. So when I said Uguti, Black, and the podcast, I never, ever, ever, and I never apologized to something I didn't do because I don't believe I attacked this character because I don't know him. I didn't talk about him as a father, as a husband, And again, I even said I was from a point of ignorance. I said this on our podcast when I said it a week before when I was on his stuff with the Mahrotman. I was like, bro, and he knew that. So that's why he was like laughing and shit like that because it was never a personal attack. If someone says, yo, Penson Kenya, right? That person is talking about the podcast. That person is not talking about the Penson because I got
Sure.
Right? The second that person says, Penson's a shit father, there's no kids on this podcast, bro. So the fuck are you talking about? I'm a shit father. How do you know that? You see now where the overstepping is. Yeah, but so if you actually listen to this, and I don't want to give this guy any like light or anything, he actually deep dives as if
Yamqava. I didn't watch the thing you're speaking about, but
I'll send it to you.
No, there's a lot of shit people online.
It's almost as if you read his contract. You are only meant to stand there as munching around. It's almost as if you were there on the day. It's almost as if you had 20/20 vision. It's almost, I'm like, bro, shone dog.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
there's certain things. Even if you're all right,
Maybe it was also the timing. If he'd said it 3 weeks ago, you'd have taken it a bit different.
2 months.
Of course. There's
timing as well.
Yeah, well, look, if I say, hey, Sizwe Dube looks like he's going to be a shit dad. He's not a dad. He's going to take it differently. But if Sizwe Dube is expecting a child, and I say the thing, that takes a different form. And if Sizwe Dube is a dad, that takes a different form. So we need to understand with everything, the context is so important of what you say when you say it.
That's also very important.
I don't want to go to what you're saying.
But it goes to context.
Lende timing for me is a big thing, man.
Bro, you can call me a bitch, nah?
I know.
But there's a time and a place to call me a bitch.
Same.
If you see I'm in a vulnerable space, I'm with my kids, I'm in loving.
You can't.
Now you're like, hey, there's the bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I hate the fact that in fact, you know, it's not even how many days in fact since.
Bro,
and you're just saying those things.
I'm sitting there
timing
crying like a
is a big
bitch
thing.
because we are seeing the closest people saying the most amazing. His kids.
Man, I don't know what you gain from saying those things. Is it views?
His
like
kids.
what do you gain?
It is views.
From someone here, Warras, you say those things.
How you gonna call a person a fucking shit dad when his kids are like, we love him? When his kids are singing his praises, yet the closest you've ever seen him is your screen here.
Man, I don't even need the kids to say anything. Man, I'm fair to there's a I'm fair to who respect the fella. Then in fact, man, I'm saying these things 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Like there must be something wrong in you for you just to articulate those. Man, even if it's Zuma, it's Cyril, people that I don't even like, you're fun. In fact, you should. It's timing.
Bro,
some things you shouldn't say them.
Tell me of, and I talk shit about politicians all the time. Have we ever spoke as Julius as a father, Julius as a husband, Julius as a businessman? We've never gone into that. We literally limit it to what his public job is. If I want to speak about Messi could be the biggest racist in the world. We don't know that. Hypothetically, he could be whatever. Né? He could be a womanizer. We don't know that. So if I say I don't like Messi, I'm talking in the context of his football. That's the problem. And going back to answer your question, the problem with social media is that it feeds the algorithms that we obviously entertain.
Sure.
So going to a Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, if you are a health guy and you also watch Ronaldo, it's going to probably serve you the algorithms of what Ronaldo eats. Right? Ulungan is a gym guy, but he also likes Ronaldo. It's going to show him more of Ronaldo's gym stuff. If I'm a fashionista and I like Ronaldo, it's going to show me him and how he dresses.
Yeah.
Right? So now we have curated views on Cristiano. Your one is more to do with his diet. His one more to do with his gym. Mine is more to do with his fashion. Yeah. Same thing with Charlie Kirk, right? There's people that were literally on social media just talking about him as a father. Because I can assume that what they double-clicked on was him with his kids. And then the algorithm was like, oh, okay, you like him when he's with his kids? Okay, let's feed you more. There's some people that were just talking about him as a Christian.
Yes.
Right? Because they were double-clicking on that. And when they were watching whenever they were watching Christian things, they were like, hey, you might also like this. And they'll show a Charlie Kirk talking about a Jesus verse. Some people, they like Charlie Kirk is a racist.
Yes.
Because they're watching some racial things and then they'll soundbite clip. I'm one of those people that thought Charlie Kirk was a racist because, again, what I was fed was that. And so on and so forth. And then we create these personas.
Yeah.
Now you create these personas. You don't fucking know these people, bro. So you need to have a little bit of grace.
So you're saying to people that they must comment on what they've seen.
I'm saying have a bit of grace. Have a bit of grace because when a person goes into a public space, they are saying, I'm using this. I'm a radio DJ. I'm a soccer player. I'm an actress. I'm a chef. Nah? The same way that they have a job working at the bank or whatever the case may be as a nurse. Nah? If that's the public thing. Now, if my waiter at Spur is not being efficient, I'll say, hey, look, my food came in cold. Da, da, da. But now for me to start talking about her shoes. What about her shoes, bro? What do I have to do anything? Hey, and I don't like the fact that Ukogi week. Chief. What was that? And that's my biggest problem because in social media, sometimes people feel too familiar with the wrong things. Some of the comments that I was reading, and I'm sorry I got worked up, I'm getting worked up because I did get worked up. Because I'm like, Chief, like, what makes you say what you're saying? Where is this coming from? You know, is literally trying to do what our police should be doing. The reason why we have private security is because we can say our police are overworked or it's inefficient or it's corrupt, whatever the case is. But ideally, in a well-run society, you shouldn't have private police. You shouldn't have private schools. You shouldn't have private hospitals. Because we pay tax, the state should cover all of that thing. But unfortunately, we live in South Africa, so there is a need for that. And now all of a sudden, Mchita doing what he was doing, his job, now he must get tishat in the way that he was get tishat. The message that was being sent out there on a public holiday in the middle of the day, well, not the middle, but like 4 o'clock, a cartoon center. What used to be the hub?
I think it happened in the morning.
It happened at 4 in the afternoon.
Oh, I thought it was in the morning.
No,
Okay.
I was chatting with him the same day. We were chatting, saying, and Warras was being a clown. You know, Warras being a fucking, hey, you fatty. Hey, yeah, but, so like, yeah, so like, it was that. It's a public holiday. So think about a town, it was on a public holiday, 12 or 4 is cut. Carlton Center. So clearly you're trying to do a message. You're trying to say something. You're trying to say, and then for people on social media, for clicks, for likes, for clouds, for whatever, to say what they said, when they said what they said, there's a different way. Aslon Pan. Sengathi futhi ne social media sathi singafaka ama-address ethu sonke. Mina ngizoqala sonke sifaka ama-address ethu sitholakala makunyiwe once sonke naba ngi-wrong abantu bafike bazojijela utamatisi bami yabona bafaka ama-toilet paper kunyiwe once bro, because there's people that hide behind fucking yini lezi zinto lezi ithombe ezingazona zabo sengathi sonke nje singavele nje sibe ufake i-ID number, ufake la usebenza khona, la uhlala khona, ufake isithombe sakho, ufake isithombe sey'ngane zakini nonke nje khona sobona. I can tell you, if we had that system, social media wouldn't be as toxic.
Yes.
Social media would not be as toxic, because ngiyazi labantu abakhulumayo futhi ibuhlungu lento. Hey baba ngikhalile namhlanje kule moral. Hey futhi khuluma le.
Yes, please.
Tonic.
Hey, no, thank you.
No, appetizer. Mina ngithi leni izokhala boy.
Bana nye.
Le. Akade ikhala boy nayo.
Oh, bekhala?
Akade ikhala boy.
How?
Akade ikhala. But can you ring? Akade stop it. Yabona can you ring? Akade ngikhala ngi1. Akade ngikhala ngi1 bro. I ringile boy. I ringile. No PH. Ay ba ringile fethi. Khona abantu mhlambe bona I-talent labo is not public speaking, noma abanye were debate too emotional. But khona bakukhulumile boy. And it was one of those things where I thought about my own passing. Ukuthi, if I have my friends and family feeling like that, it doesn't have to be but if my friends and family come and give me the respect that they gave Warwick, boy, I know what I've done something. I know I've done something. This is negative. Good Twitter. This is negative. Soon go need.
So I want to start off.
Why are you being negative? Positive.
I want to start off again by sending my sympathies and condolences to Warwick's mother, kids, siblings, extended family, and all his friends and all his fans and his business associates. It's said this episode will drop then in January because
We'll do a clip, like you said. We'll do a shot.
But I'm just saying I'm hoping it won't open wounds again for some people that are in the process of healing. But this thing happened last
That's
year,
a fair
and
point.
so I apologize. We are filming this on the 19th of December, and it would be wrong for us to not raise it on this platform in particular because Warras was here. 3 things I want to say. The first one is, it becomes ironic that one of the jokes Warras sitting right on this chair would make was how we've lost our father and Utebza still has his father. And every time Utebza would say something, you're like, well, I lost my dad. Clearly you have a dad. We don't have a dad.
And he went on with that joke. Sure.
Well, we don't have a dad. You have a dad.
How does it feel to have a dad?
That would be ironic. It was great having him here, man, and the wisdom that he constantly dropped in the mix of jokes. You know, really, really talented human being in so many ways is the first thing. The second thing is I'll take this moment, you know, based on Penson getting so emotional, to apologize for where I've done wrong and this thing is raising. I just can't think of examples, but I'd like to think I've probably said a lot of really personal, hurtful things to people online, unintentionally, just sharing my views as we normally do on social media, which may have triggered people, you know, in a similar vein as us triggering the fans of Anelem Daughter the day Ike was here and things were raised, and some people could have caught offense in various ways. They may not do the distinguishing, it's business, it's work, it might just be like, Ntelele umuntu, anhloniphi, you've got no boundaries.
Yeah, I got said for nothing that day, hey?
Sorry?
By different people.
Yeah, people swear at you, you know, a bunch of men
Like
around the
how?
table gossiping, whatever.
No, but what's it's like, bro, like, mean.
No, but when
there's
you
a point I
isolated
need to
yourself
go. Yeah.
because you have a link. I think it goes back to even the Warras thing.
It's
It's very easy when you have a link to be protective. Yeah, because you are meant to do more.
Yes,
Is the
according
expectation.
to those people, yes.
Yeah.
Which is fair, though. Especially the proximity he had to that person. I can understand when she said to him, Endot, you didn't do enough.
Yeah. So I'm just apologizing for myself because, again, listening to Penson, I'm like, I'm sure I've said someone is stupid before without really knowing them. Yes, there may have been a context, but the way it comes across, I don't know if I've personally, my timing's been off. The one example I can think of was there was an accusation of assault on a child this year, and I shared my views, and many people took offense. I did apologize afterwards, and I did remove my views, but many people felt as well that the timing was off. But outside of that, I can't think of any. But it does become a teachable moment for me, and I'm hoping for other people. Not to say that people will change, because they won't. They really won't, because we're not the same online. But to ask that we all try to do better, and especially when things have been raised. So this person that Penson's speaking about, if ever they read the comments and they saw some people saying this is insensitive, we've lost someone, and for them to maybe, number one, I do this. You remove that content. You remove it. Doesn't matter if it's done 3 million views. If you have a heart. If you don't, we're obviously speaking to a demon. You remove that content and then you apologize, because that's all we have.
Yeah.
It could be that at a time you thought what you were saying was smart or right, or it could help, or you're like, no, man, we can't all be crying for Charlie Kirk. So someone might be like, look, this person was a husband, he had kids, you didn't know him personally, and you're going around saying all these things. You never said these things while he was alive. Now, conveniently, many of us, that's why if
many
ever
of us, you're right.
the spotlight gets shone, it becomes a thing until it's someone close to you. So just for me, it's a learning moment to keep trying to be better. I do want to emphasize again that there is an online personality and a real life personality. And I'd like to implore more of us, something that Penson has raised many times, try to align your real life to your online. I know it's difficult, especially when it's your job.
What?
But Kira, sorry.
Yes. In years 24 year post that tweets and it tributes. I think
Yeah, they did the different speeches here. But
I'm a comment. So, there goes the drug dealer.
Drug dealer.
We drug dealer, chief.
what do you mean? Are you serious? What do you
One
mean?
comment.
One of the comments said that.
One comment.
Yeah, it said you're a
Yeah,
drug
you're going to
dealer.
have to learn a lot of things. I'll speak about this
Are
as
you?
well.
Are you? No. I'm talking about
Wait,
aligning
man.
your
That's
real
how I'm
life with your
close to
online
that.
life.
Huh?
Are you serious?
On
don't
Twitter,
know.
one of the comments was that
Don't you
this
know?
guy's a drug dealer. I didn't write that. Someone wrote that he's a drug dealer, and I'm trying to find out because this is a safe.
Bro,
space,
are you funding us? Come on, drugs. Okay, sir.
Kukhona knows good when a moonlighter is.
This becomes very,
There's some drugs.
Not no. You. They mustn't be the same.
Bakhuluma ngentsebe yakhe, bakhuluma going.
Don't be the same.
Why not?
But I need you to elaborate more because I stopped you. That's
problem.
another
Okay,
problem.
sorry.
Yes, sir.
So it becomes difficult when your online is your job. Because then you might perform in a certain way and people might misconstrue. The real for me has to do more with if there's a certain way that you are in real life that you'd like people to know, try and work on that because online is very tricky. It's very difficult. There's sound bites, there's clips. People see one tweet, then they're like, he's a misogynist because of one tweet that trended 5 million views. And all the other 20,000 tweets where you are loving women, those never trended, so no one really cares. It's almost like violence. You slap a woman once.
You're an abuser.
No one wants to know that you've been funding women's shelters. You once helped women that were victims of abuse. You fund young
Doesn't
girls
matter.
at school.
Doesn't matter. You're an abuser.
No one cares.
you're
Ushaya impama
devil.
kayi-1, phuma story. Nakhona later kuthiwa it wasn't really true. No one cares. They'll always be like, oh, you're the guy that slapped the... Because unfortunately, that's just how it works. So my whole thing is to say, where you can, try and build an online persona. Maybe let me not say a line. Let me try and say, try and build an online persona that when you ask third parties, it's what you're trying to translate. And if it's not, then tweak it. If you're trying to be a clown and people are like, you're not funny, you're like, ish, let me go work on it. If you're trying to be Andrew Tate and people are like, oh, look at Penson, Andrew Tate, so harmless. He tries to be a misogynist, but oh man, I just want him to hug me. You're like, okay, this is not translating, so I need to tweak. So I'm just saying, try and align your intentions with what's online because...
Can I jump on that?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. So for me, one of the things when I'm looking at depression, anxiety, and Frantz Fanon speaks about this in his book, Black Skin, White Masks. And he speaks about the dissonance that happens within Black people. And he speaks about it from how we are trying to become our whiteness and we're trying to essentially be something that we're not. And you see it in the workspace where a lot of Black people have to leave their Blackness at the door.
Yes.
And then put their white masks when they go into a corporate space or whatever, the way they speak, the way they eat, and that has created a dissonance in the Black culture. And if you look at certain cultures like the Ghanaians or the Nigerians that do business, Amasalon, or the way that they Amatex, it feels as if they've taken who they are, their culture,
Into that space.
And it's organically who they are. Because if you look at Jono at work, he was playing golf on Saturday. So when he gets to work on Monday, you know what he's talking about? Golf. You know, Jono, the way he dresses on a Saturday is how he dresses at work. He doesn't have work clothes and Saturday clothes. That's how he dresses. That's how he moves. That's how he speaks. The radio at work that stays on 947, that's what he listens in his car. Where now igagas noma umhlobo noma umkhozi.
Mawungena ngala.
Kodwa mawungena lapha, you have to now put this 94 or the 702 live, and it creates a dissonance. And I've seen it. And even if you're a religious person and you speak about, is it the Holy Trinity?
The Father, the Son, Holy Spirit.
The Trinity.
Yeah,
Father,
the
the Son, Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Because I'm correct, Sakabazi. It's an alliance. All of it is working together. And to me, the way that I view it, because I'm not that religious, I see what you think, what you talk, and how you act has to align. And if you're constantly putting on masks and taking them off and putting them on and taking them off in a space, your online persona is you being a vegan and you're selling a vegan thing constantly, but you love eating bacon, there'll come a time where you crash. Where in yourself. Because now you have to like, what head do I, what this head, no. And you see it time and time again. We saw it with rap, where guys were trying to act gangster. Meanwhile, that's not who they were. And then you had the Kanye's come through, and the Drakes come through, where guys were being authentically who they are and selling that. And then all of a sudden, people are like, "What? I can talk about heartbreak? I didn't know that I can talk. I just thought I had to talk about big booty hoes and making money. No, you can talk about heartbreak, bro, and it's okay. And it will resonate because we also go through it. All of a sudden, you see this new wave of actors and actresses where when you meet them for the first time with no cameras on, you're like, you're exactly who I thought you were. Warras, when you meet Warras off camera, you're like, you're exactly who I thought you were. Like it's not, oh my gosh, you're so different. When the cameras were rolling, you became this politician who started using these bombastic words and moving. Warras, whether there's a cameras are on, whether there's no cameras, whether it's in your DMs, whether it's on a WhatsApp, whether it's on the cross, he says the exact same thing in the exact same energy. And I'm like, this guy is aligned. He doesn't need to take off hats and change hats. This is who he actually is. Yeah, so he is as close to self. Carl Jung speaks about this when he says that there's the persona. You know, you never meet a person's true self. You meet who they project to you. You know, and the aim of life is to who you project and who you think you are to be as aligned.
Yes.
And Drake snacks on that line when he says, when I am who I think I am. Because you want to create as little space of who you are to the world versus who you are by yourself. You know, once that aligns, and to me, that's the whole thing about the social media thing. So if people are going to be, this guy, I paint my nails for real. I have a nose ring for real.
How you find it on Friday?
Friday.
Why would we know that stuff?
What?
I mean, I know tips.
You would know.
Because when
No, but wouldn't you know better? No, but when I hear relationship in on, he's strong. So you would know.
I didn't choose him. You chose him.
a magnet.
Woman. Yeah, damn it.
Fake tattoo. My sleeves and my fake tattoo. Bro, just try, and the opposite word being try, to be as authentically you as possible.
You're speaking from a place of privilege.
It is.
And, and look, shout out to Warras again, man.
Privilege in what sense? I wanna just privilege in what sense?
Shout out to Warras again. Warras didn't need to act to earn a living and to get by. Unfortunately, 95% of other human beings
they have
no choice.
Okay. That person can listen to Gaga's FM.
For example, depending on how you get paid, the space may say, unfortunately, the nose ring has to go.
Okay.
And now for you to be like, no, I'm being my authentic self. You must go and explain your authentic self to your kids, that where you can't pay school fees. And so many of us fight to become ourselves or to be ourselves. Many people...
Is that privilege?
It is.
Yes, it's the privilege of
being your true self.
Not needing to act.
No. You said many of us fight to be our true selves.
So you spoke about trying. You said all I'm asking for is for people to try.
Yes.
And I'm saying there's a lot of people who fight for that.
Yes, that fight. Is that a privilege? That's what I'm trying to get to.
That's not what I was saying, though.
Okay, no, it's a question. I know that's not what you're saying. I'm just that fight. Because I used to teach. And when I started teaching, I used to wear long sleeves to hide my tattoos, right? So for me, the fight was getting to a point where I started rolling up my sleeves. And then every now and again being told, roll them down. And then have to roll them with your tie, you know. And then every now and again, you roll them up. And then being told, roll them down. And then after a while, the fight stopped being, because you met with a lot of resistance for a long time. And it's a lot of heavy words, and whatever the consequences may be, whether it's shame, written warning, whatever the case may be. I don't know if a lot of people fight. So
but the school that you were teaching at allowed you to have those many chances.
No, but
that's a privilege.
But you don't know what the consequences. So the consequences are different for different people. There's people that will say, "Hey, I'll never roll up my sleeve." Ne? In the same exact space that I was in, my deputy had tattoos and no one knew, and he hid them. Ne? Where in the same space, whereas me, who was a post-level 1, I would show them, and then I get called into the office to roll down your sleeves. So I'm saying he's more senior than me, yet he's not willing to fight, and I'm willing to fight. So now when it gets to a point where he is my senior deputy and I'm wearing a vest at school and the headmaster is saying nothing. I've gone through my fires and the threats of written warnings and, hey, this is a Christian environment. And now he's looking at himself and like, I'm a full fucking senior deputy. I've never had the courage to fight. He can't look at me and say, Penson, you've had a privilege. Because I'm like, you don't know what embarrassment, shame, what's hard conversations. I went through the fire though.
Yeah, but until the principal say, or the owner of the school, whoever it is, like, you do this again next week, you're out of the school.
But all I'm trying to say is that you don't know the spaces that I've been in.
But I'm saying
you don't know the opportunities
to that point.
No, I've had many opportunities that I've lost. many opportunities.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So financial opportunities
Yeah,
that affect my kids directly.
Yeah.
né? Purely because I am me. I've had opportunities where people talk shit because he is he.
Sure.
That not even has anything to do with me.
Sure.
But just because he is he and he is being authentically him, it affected my financial situation. You see what I'm trying to say?
But what I'm
So now when people turn back and say I'm privileged,
no,
I'm
it
like,
is a
I've missed
privilege.
out on this campaign,
No, until you
just
get to a
purely
point
because of my
where
brother.
until you get to a point where you truly can't have put food on the table for your kids.
But that's why I pivoted.
Yes,
I left education.
The privilege, the fact that you can pivot is a privilege.
Fine. né?
Yes.
I'm not disagreeing with certain privileges.
Okay.
I'm saying people don't know when I left teaching to when I got a job in media, there was time. It wasn't like today you work as a teacher, you take your
What's
salary.
bugging you with the word privilege?
The fact that
The word privilege hits my ear as if I didn't go through fire.
you did go through fire, but the fact that I know a lot of people, né,
Yeah.
where you've got the privilege of you can articulate.
Yeah.
né? That's a serious privilege, that thing.
Okay.
Serious one.
Was I
know
born
that-
with it or did I
No.
work it?
Whether born with
Okay,
it, but I'm
okay,
saying you
okay,
have it now.
okay.
Must cool myself.
Okay, perfect.
You can almost jump between ngai and nangai because you still have that thing and many other things. I just mentioned one thing. I know a lot of people who tell you, I mean, I left this pansam because le boss le yahlanya la nyaka ngitshele next. And I'm like, you don't have the right to leave that job. You need to stay in that job. You don't have the privilege to jump between ibani.
Why?
Your qualification shit. And you can come and say,
I went
mean,
into media with no qualification.
yeah, no, for sure. But some people, I'm saying it's many things. Qualification is
Fair
one
enough,
of them. Articulation is one of them. And such some of them is that you can't think, man. When are you just a packer? You need someone to tell you, le fridge lane for no calling a bright pack. You are just that type of person. You have no right, man. This space is toxic. No, you need to stay in that job. Because
Can I-
so I'm
can I
saying
just
is, you do have
unpack?
certain privileges that other people may not have. So the advice that we give people can be a blanket
No,
statement.
it's not. I just want to unpack privilege because Luna was asking me what's wrong with privilege.
Yeah.
I have many privileges, guys.
Sure.
I want to be very clear with that. Many privileges. But I believe there's these privileges that are unearned that I have. I've got many unearned privileges, but I also have earned privileges. So if someone says, Penson, it's because you got all these muscles, that's earned privilege.
Yeah.
I wasn't born looking like this. It's an earned privilege. So for me to pivot from where I was to where I am, that's an earned privilege. If someone says, it's because your hair looks like this, that's unearned, and I get that. So I just want to make that distinction with certain privileges.
Sure.
You know, because I've had backlash on a nose ring, on nails, on tattoos, on me using certain language. I've lost money, business, real money, like money that I could have paid school fees, bought groceries, because of how I speak on platforms, because of how you guys speak on platforms. I've lost certain things.
But I mean, I
But again, so someone say, but you've got the privilege of having utebs with tribal, you've got the privilege of your. I was like, yes, those are unearned privileges of being in this space. But there's also certain privileges where it's earned. So when you're saying what you can articulate, that's earned. You know, having Debza in my life, that's unearned and that's a privilege. Being born and having this guy leaving me at Teddy, that's unearned and that's a privilege. So I just want to just make those distinctions
Sure.
in my privileges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't counter you. I want to. I've got a lot to counter, but I'll just leave it at
Don't
that.
forget your third point.
I've forgotten it, but I'll
Okay.
I'll speak to something that's more important, which I've said to Penson. I think it's improved, but it's still a problem. You and many others need to learn, and it's very difficult to switch off from certain content and comments online because they will mess you up.
You 100% right. He's sorry. Yo, bro.
I actually done.
Antwana khona ama-comment fethu khona la bakhuluma ngomams fethu. Angazi sashaye pen and pen. Yeah, kuba khona i-comment to this day, bro.
So the human mind is created funny.
Get what people, you know, Mafethu Solomon, Mafethu. Mlotshwa, sorry to cut you jump.
Ngathatha i-email nga-check ukuthi ubani account ngaya fethu kwamangani babe ngibaziyo bangama-nerds ngathi ngicela ucheck le email fethu I'll pay to find out ukuthi ubani umuntu ngifuna ukumlanda, bro.
You know,
That's so unhelpful.
I really don't understand what you gain from being mean. Like what you're saying.
A lot.
Wakhuluma nge-old lady lakho. No, Gerard, as motto.
A lot.
Okay, now, Antona, like.
A lot.
Why don't you just keep quiet?
What do you gain?
Like, Antona,
What's a lot? Speaking about two months.
someone's mother.
to do with it?
Only following.
But Umams might disagree with what we say. So that person, let's say we're talking about the color black.
There's some things.
We talk about the color black. We say it's the best thing.
Yeah.
That person, whoever is about to comment, hates the color black. Umams might also agree with the person who's commenting. So the person saying, "You, Mams, you should be because this guy is in the color black." Why Umams?
I'm not just someone's mother, Mfana.
For me,
No. Mother.
For me, don't involve them.
Maybe explain. I don't understand that. Like,
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, no, I really want to.
There's
But I'm saying that
certain chats we're having today where
they're too obvious.
You guys like some?
no, it's not obvious. It just feels like
You're nice.
I'm good, thank you.
No. I mean, I just
There's
feel.
certain topics that we're having today where I'm struggling to understand you guys because you're so fixated in your viewpoint. I genuinely don't think
someone's mother.
I genuinely don't think you guys are actually willing to listen to another perspective.
No, I'm willing to listen to it. No, I'm in.
I'm not willing to listen to a perspective about
No, I'm
people
willing.
talking badly.
No, I'm
about
willing.
a person's mom who has nothing.
Do they know your mother?
No, they don't know my mom.
Then why would you get touched?
But you know what they're saying about my mom?
Does it matter?
Yes, it does.
Why?
Why are you involving my mom?
Oh, the fact that
is
you
that person?
opened up on social media is enough. I want to hear your view. I want to hear your view. Forget Mlotshwa. I want to hear your
But
view.
you're not making detail about my mom. You're just saying things that are painful and have to do with a mother.
So one of the benefits, by the way, is how he's reacting now.
So the people who do this thing, they're like, oh my gosh, I got him.
I was still trying to say that Penson needs to learn this, and he's not the only one, because this stuff leads to real harm, and people do take each other out for online things that were said that triggered them. Even if those things, umuntu ayidakiwe kunye were just saying whatever they were saying. So what happens once, and the algorithms are designed for this because they know what triggers you emotionally.
Kafir.
Yeah, so they well, Elon Musk will feed you. Elon Musk will feed you as much AfriForum content.
Yeah.
Because that's where you comment and get angry and make videos. And the sad thing, I said this earlier, that you'll be isolated for one slap.
Sure.
No one cares about the rest. I think we're psychologically programmed. We'll read 30 amazing comments. And for some reason, the one negative one sticks out.
That one.
And that negative one is the one that works.
I hold on to it.
Because that's the one that actually keeps you on the platform. And what the thing Penson saw, other people will watch. Many of the people that watch will actually be angry. How dare this person say this? The nice tributes, they won't watch that. That's boring. Now, what happens with social media for some people is a lot of people don't have a life. They don't have relevance. They don't have purpose. They're nobodies. And we had Uma Player here, blessing Cele, who once tweeted, Twitter/social media became powerful when nobody's figured out that they can punch a popular person and get a reaction. So when you feed the negative, they win. And the more they do it, the more you're feeding them. And then it becomes Chris Excel. I don't know what he's like now, but I will slick talk at some point. Even about MacG and some of their negative comments. I mean, today, if you were to ask, what are the top 5 things you know about MacG? I can tell you that one of them probably has something to do with a negative thing said about someone.
Yeah.
Because that's the stuff that sticks.
I want to say something. You just I've been thinking about it.
TikTok, the most beautiful thing is the fact that Casper, I'm shy.
And you spoke
So
about
that
it.
was a benefit. He eventually caught Casper's attention, got into a fight,
So he
got
won.
paid. So why would you not? Why would I not troll you?
That means he won, man.
Yeah, but
Especially if the fight has money. He won.
money.
Then he won't be there, Anjit.
No money, no camera.
So he has power over you
Yes, he has.
to affect your
The
state
fact that
of
someone
being.
can have.
Oh no! There's no.
The person who said what they said clearly upset you.
No, there's many people. So
Specifically, the example. that you made.
Yes, that person's comments hurt me.
That is power over you. Do you acknowledge that, yes or no?
Yes and no.
They literally are affecting your state of being.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are distracting your peace.
Yeah, but I so get
You're a human.
Nekhukhumele mangiza ngo half 5 ekseni na power game.
Yes, that is correct. That's why it makes so much money.
Mangizwa kuthosa amaqanda ngimasho ukuthi ngathosa amaqanda ni next.
Yes.
Or if someone farts, it has an impact.
Kusho ukuthi everything has an impact over me.
But it depends on what the
Nale chips ayababa
it depends on what the
Masimba la.
it depends on what the impact leads to.
Angiphinde ngithenga ama
Ah, ungathengi la masimba la.
Angiphinde ngithenga ama chips.
Imagine if the impact leads to you having a bad day, getting angry,
Oh no.
wanting
Oh no.
to hunt someone's email address.
No.
What are you saying no
That
to?
had power. Oh, that 100% had
Because
power.
my old lady.
That had.
So he's
You are
scaling the
spot
level
on.
of emotion.
I don't care about his scaling. I need him to acknowledge that he's giving someone else power.
He
Who's
said
a-
yes.
Yeah,
nobody.
but no,
But
but
he
you
said
didn't.
yes.
I don't need the levels.
No, but you said.
But he said yes,
spoiled
I
my
need to
day. So that's a level. Spoiled my day.
Oh, man, it is spoiled your day if you're raising it in a context like this.
Yeah, but the topic
And
is
the,
this.
the person who said
I
something
didn't speak
about,
about it
his
earlier.
mother affected him to a point where it's still chowing him now.
No, that messed me up. I'm trying to.
But
talk
this
about
guy also.
because it's a topic we're thinking about. Warras.
It doesn't matter.
No, but-
It upsets you.
Yeah, but yes. Let's say we're talking about shoes.
You're upset by me saying day, like 24 hours. I'm just saying it ruined your mood.
Yeah, at that time. Yeah,
We don't
100%.
have to be
No,
technical about it wasn't my whole day.
Yes, there's things that have power.
That's what I'm saying.
And I said everything has power.
My point
much
is,
like the
my
chips.
point is, you and other people are going to need to learn to regulate. Otherwise, the platform and its algorithm will keep feeding you the stuff that it will
It
deteriorate
doesn't,
your
eh?
mind.
And I think that's what gets to me. Because my algorithms are so beautiful that when there's a little turdy, it's so huge. it's so huge that it can ruin my day. Because my whole thing is having like little kids doing little dances and saying the most cute things and bears. And there's that cooking show that we watch with the Downsy brothers, the ones with Down syndrome. My whole algorithm on social media is just me laughing
You've seen the
and having an amazing
Down
time.
syndrome show on Netflix.
No, there's one. There's one.
He must go. He needs to go shell a woman. Oh my gosh.
There's one with these boys on Instagram. I don't know. He likes every video, and they cook and they go.
Why are you lying? You can exaggerate and lie about yourself.
I've got
Give me
receipts.
You love shows about Down syndrome?
No, when he
it's
says
a
I
good
like
show.
every video, that's not true.
Most videos.
So he must say he loves.
most videos. He likes most videos.
I don't
he
like
loves
most
about
videos.
Down syndrome.
So it's so wholesome, né? Because you're watching them like getting stuck in. Yeah, like
It's not wholesome. It's not wholesome.
So
That channel, which I won't mention now, and the context is raising it, is actually wrong because we're actually laughing, and this is wrong. We're laughing at the fact that they have Down syndrome.
no, chief.
He can lie all he wants, but that's what it is. So it's a bad reference.
I laugh at people with special needs all the time. And my algorithm feeds me enough stimulation to laugh at special needs.
wrong.
people. And I'm wrong for that. That specific channel, I think it's cute for me.
It is cute, but it's also because they have Down syndrome. If they didn't, they wouldn't sound the way.
Yeah, but it's like watching
But it's
like a
like
woman
tea-
doing maths. It's cute.
No, it's not like maths.
A
It's
woman
like a
doing
white
maths-
person. It's like a white person.
A woman doing maths is like a Down syndrome cooking. It is a-
50,000 life.
I'm sorry, take that back.
Anyways, it's wrong.
It wasn't getting. But I think that for me, I think it's cute because I know they got special needs and they are, in my opinion, punching above their weight. So it motivates me because some of the things that they do,
It doesn't
things that
motivate you.
let me
Yeah,
tell
I
you
think
why.
he's lying.
Can I tell you why? I'm talking about this specific channel. I've got enough channels with special needs people that I laugh at, and that's gonna get me into hell. There's enough that I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm
Won't go
going
to hell.
I'm going to hell for this, and I've got more than enough that will get burnt. Because I watch and I'm like, I can't make that. There's certain things where I'm like, with that channel.
That's not why you watch the
He's
channel.
a connoisseur. He sends me
That's
reels.
not why he watches the channel.
That's why
To watch them cooking.
He sends me. I don't
Penson
watch it like
and
that.
Amanga, man.
I don't follow the channel. Wait.
yeah.
I don't follow. Ask him if he follows the channel. Ask him if he follows that.
He's trying to redeem himself.
I'm
but
not
he's
trying to redeem
gone.
myself.
He's speaking about himself.
I'm not. I don't follow the channel. Someone follows the channel.
And he sends you.
I don't follow the channel. We can check. We've got our phones here. I don't follow the channel. Someone follows the channel. I won't name them because it's bad about the people's personal life as their online life.
I follow the channel.
And then someone who follows the channel sends me specific reels that are going to get me into hell. I'm not going to say who it is because online persona versus personal life. But they send me gang reels, bro. Bugala. With a straight face emoji. Says the reel and then this emoji. And I'm like, chief, I'm not going to watch this shit.
Do you lie when you've been drinking?
On phones. Can I show you?
No. It's like poker face. Ask him to show you.
Yeah, I'm going to go there.
Ask him to show you the straight face emoji.
I'm going there because I'm tired of this.
Kanta machensi platform yamanga.
I'm tired of this guy.
You guys should have warned me. I didn't know.
I'm tired of this guy. I'm tired of him. I am tired of this guy.
You're happy with what you've said about Warwick?
Yeah, I mean, the fatherhood thing touched me, man. Nice, man, out of everything.
Let me speak about that quickly. And look, I tried to be strong during the memorial service.
Sure.
But the time when I broke and my eyes started watering was when I was listening to his eldest son speak. For many reasons. I watched the boy on the screen throughout, and he was listening to the people and he was smiling, and when they'd say something funny, I thought that was really dope. Warwick loved his boys loudly, online. Everyone knew, he spoke about them. These are some of the things.
Point one. I don't follow, but look at that face.
Sharp. It's a great and then.
No, but I just point one.
Done.
So it's a first tick.
Sharp.
Okay.
These are some of the things that Minano Penson have tried to do. Loving our children out loudly. Number one, for ourselves, because we love our kids. Number two, for the kids to know that their fathers really love them. And we're happy to show the whole world how much we love them. Number three, to hopefully inspire other gents to do, especially in a country where there's a narrative that fathers are not present, fathers are not doing their thing. And it's been difficult for me specifically because Warras was a huge celebrity.
Just look at what he's saying.
I don't want to.
No, but okay.
Just I want to listen to that stuff.
Warras was a huge celebrity, TV, radio, music. And then he went into business.
Sure.
And then it's in the last 2 years, if I'm not sure, where he now came back into the limelight. I mean, he was funny about coming onto the podcast for me at some point because like, hey, Mganam, is this a thing or what? But then he came back.
Episode 2, he confessed.
And he loved it. It was like,
He confessed like Sibale.
hey.
My podcast is big, ne?
It gave him that
But when I
jolt.
came here,
Oh, the Shady podcast.
he's like Sibale.
He's like, yeah, So
It gave him that Vuma.
So Warras had rebranded himself as a celebrity. He was now a podcaster, and not only a podcaster, but a political and social activist.
Yes.
All right. He was working in security. It's a very, very tough industry, very dangerous industry. And in that, number one, he'd been famous, but to be famous again in a dangerous industry with your kids, I started getting worried because the little bit of taste that I'd gotten was this thing Penson saying. So the mentioning of the mom. In my case, I've had people speak about my kids negatively, right? They don't know my kids. So I know it's not because they know them. It's because they're trying to provoke me. They want to get something, right? We live in a world with dark people with no purpose, stupid people. And it took me 2-3 years to make the call to stop posting my kids and as far as possible to stop even speaking about them. Because they didn't choose to be in the spotlight, because the type of brand I have, there are people that don't like me. I'm not Jay something. I'm not Trevor Noah. I'm not Kevin Hart. We get referenced Nabo Andrew Tate and some of these other guys that some people really don't like. Maybe even politicians can be mentioned in that WhatsApp group. So I realized how important it is to do that. What happens when you make that decision is you now, those 3 things that I mentioned, me for myself wanting to love my kids publicly, I can't. So online wins. I can't now love my kids publicly. Number 2, my kids can't see me loving them publicly, wherever they may be, so that when people meet them, which is what would happen with the Warras, everyone, including myself, would be like, your dad loved you.
Yeah.
How do they know that? Because he used to post them. He used to talk about them. I don't post my kids. I don't speak about them. So it's almost like I don't love them. Of course, my kids know because I'm with them, which is actually most important. That's most important. But I can't do that now to the world. And then the last one being, I can't inspire other gents now to do the same. And I almost become a statistic.
But can I jump in?
To be like, where are your kids? Why are you? And that really hurt me. It became bittersweet watching that moment to be like, yeah, this is upsetting, specifically because you're speaking about seeing Warras live like that did something to you, where I know in the past, people seeing me with my kids, even knowing their names, even bumping into me and my kids and knowing their names, that was such a beautiful thing, which I'd get DMs of guys saying, Fethu, the way you love your kids. And unfortunately, because of my brand and being online, that's been taken away from me. And that hurts because I can't have now moving forward people that can talk like you'd speak about Warras.
So just to jump in. So I post my kids all the time, and I've realized that the majority of people that are
I think you must
positive-
stop that.
But just hear me out. The majority of people that are positive towards me love my kids. I've learned that if people hate you, they'll find your kids. And I've seen that many, many times. I've seen that with, let's say, Chris Excel. Chris Excel was posting someone else's picture. He wasn't posting himself. People that were aggressive and didn't like him found his face. They found where he lived. People will do that if they've got a problem. So they'll say,
And they posted him.
Yeah, they posted him many
here.
times.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
So if you've got a problem with me or my kids or my whatever, the TikTok, we did a TikTok the one time, and I go in the video, the one that we did was a TikTok, and right there, Penson's girlfriend. And it was a trending thing. Who's Penson's girlfriend? And you go in there, she was ghost. She was ghost. She didn't say a name. No one said a name. But now on the TikTok, the first search is Penson's girlfriend. Now you click and it went to my page. And on my page on TikTok, there's no, akekho
On the TikTok.
akekho
Oh, no. Yeah.
akekho.
Sure.
But in the comments around that, they were like, go to his Instagram, you'll see her. And then all of a sudden, people now on that thing were saying her name and surname. So it went from Konvo to Penson's personal thing. From Penson's personal thing, they were saying name and surname, and they were saying you can find on Instagram. So I'm saying, for those that don't like you, the higher up you climb, né, they will know if they hate you, if they dislike you, they'll find your kids, bro. So for me, I'm like 99% of the people that I interact with love me and love my kids. 99. And the 1% that don't would find them either way. The same way that people know Malema's kids, Warras' kids, Lungato's kids that now is not posting, they'll find them. Your mom, the ones that don't like you, you see the ones that don't like
make
you,
sure, eh?
the ones that hate you, whether you post them or not, because when they posting your kids, they're not posting the pictures that you posted on Instagram. They want to find exclusive pictures. They want to find even the pictures that they post of you. It's not the picture that you post on Instagram. But they'll find a picture where so the pictures that they post about, the pictures that I've always seen on Twitter or in these places, the ones that people say the harshest things about me, I don't even know where they find them, bro. Because I've never posted those motherfuckers. But abantu phone
They'll make sure, ne?
they will find things about you.
We'll never agree on this point.
That's okay.
Do you still want to continue to post Mlotshwa? On your side?
He wants
Fire?
to, which is why he's explaining what he's
Fire
explaining.
your kids.
No.
I can't agree to this anymore.
So again, we also need to also get to a point where, one, we acknowledge that we're different.
Yes,
we
yeah,
parent
sure.
differently, and the conversations that we have with our kids is also very different.
Sure.
You know, so I posted. My kids had a TikTok. There was a situation, and we took them off, and now they come through and they say they want a TikTok again. So
Because they say so.
Yeah.
Because they said so.
Yeah. They asked.
You didn't want them.
When I stopped
Who
them,
decided to
me.
you, not their mom?
Me.
Not their mom.
Not their mom.
Okay.
Me. And them reposting was them having that conversation of, please, can we? You know, so...
Why did you stop?
There was a situation where this lady at Pick and Pay grabbed Untanzi. Untanzi was quite young. I think it was like 3 or something. And it was that, I do nothing. So Untanzi was crying. And I felt like, oof, I've overexposed you to a point where people feel too familiar. You know, in hindsight, not even in hindsight, even at that time, I was like, this lady was loving my boy. You know, there was a situation where, Johan said his name, went to Rhodes with him. He's got kids. He did the same thing with Untanzi. I do nothing. Untanzi started crying. And I'm like, Tanzi, he's not saying it out of militia. You know, he saw a TikTok.
But it hurt your kid.
It hurt him. So because it hurt him, I decided to stop. If that makes sense.
Would you not want to do that for them in future? Because they're kids. They won't know what will hurt them. So you protect them even for things they may not see in future. Because it starts with that. But it might be something else at school.
I agree, and I disagree. So, for example, Uzi that did cricket in grade 3, and in the year after he said he wants to move to basketball. You know, I said from get-go, Tanga, you need to do basketball. Basketball is the best. Like fucking you, the Zulu LeBron James. There needs to, my job, that's where I'm seeing from a young age, is to expose them, but then be the safety net. Because I'm right there. So it's tough because I don't have a blueprint. Because if I did everything that I wanted to do from a fathering point, he would have never tried his hand at cricket. He would have never tried his hand at marimba. He would have even picked up the violin. Because I was like, no. Yeah, but for my own personal reasons. So I'm saying to them, everything that you do has pros and cons. My job is to be right there, like as best as I can. So if you want to do TikToks, I'm trying to be as close as possible. And when this happened, and I see it, and I pull back.
Before you speak, Debs, I want to ask, do you think...
I'm not going to say it because I think people are going to make a link. No, it's not right.
Are you sure?
It's tricky. Sorry.
Think about it. Sorry, I want to ask Penson, do you think your brand is safe for your kids?
No.
Yes.
Before you answer, I want to mention the times I had conversations with the mothers of my kids. There were certain brands I mentioned which, look, these guys post with their kids.
Sure.
And the thing we came to a conclusion, which was very fair, was, but those brands are not controversial like you. You are deemed controversial, so it doesn't land the same. So I'm asking with you, if you want to post your kids and you think it's great, I personally think it's great. My concern, like with me, is I worry about your brand falling onto them. Because there's one thing with your kids making content. There's another thing with your kids being in a space. You say something people don't like. And then they're on. So, your father is what?
Yeah, so my brand is all about trying to assist the black child who's stuck.
People don't view it like that.
That's okay. You might not view it like that. I don't know if people is you.
No,
you think people out there think Penson is trying to help the black child?
People don't view like that.
My DMs are different, right?
What?
I have to base it off something.
Why did you answer?
No. So where am I? So okay.
No,
so
Mlotshwa.
I need to get information from someone.
Let me just ask again.
So I need to get data from someone.
Let me ask. Okay. Sorry, don't get worked up.
I'm getting worked up because wait,
Debs.
I mean, it's not even about him.
Allow me to finish.
He'll speak.
Okay, sure.
You believe, forget your DMs.
Yeah.
You believe that Penson's brand is a guy who's trying to help the black child.
Let me word it like this. What Penson is selling is black boy child.
You believe that's your brand?
That's what I'm selling.
What are people receiving?
But, okay, so how would I know how people are receiving? Comments,
yes, sir.
DMs. That's all I know. So if I go to this chat, we have more positive responses than we got negative. Maybe if you're negative orientated, you'll focus on the 10% negative. But we have 90% positive.
But we can say that there's 10,000 views, there's 500 comments.
We can only base it on what we get. So we don't know the person who's sitting on a comment and is not posting. So I'm saying if there's 100 comments, if 90 are positive, bro. So that's the only information and data we can have. So when I look at my DMs, when I post my kids, and I read the comments, that's the only information I have. Today at the memorial service, I had 2 ladies saying, bro, that video with you partying with your kids. Hey, bro,
Stop that.
video. You're not even listening, bro. You're so negative. Allow me to finish.
Sorry, man.
I had 2 ladies, mothers, saying that's so beautiful. Oh my God, when I saw that, I've shared it with another man, and we were like, so
Because they want another man to change. That's why they're
but
saying
you're not
that.
sharing that because for them it was wholesome. For you, you might see it somewhere else. And that's okay because we don't see things the same. But I had 2 people approaching. I can only base it on the comments I receive. I can't base anything on what I don't
anything
receive.
else, yeah.
Because
That is very fair.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I received today was 2 random ladies coming and saying positivity about me as a dad.
Do you think that they are making you do more?
Be it.
And I'm asking for you personally.
I try to not lean into that.
Okay.
Ne? But from the comments that I pick up when I'm with my kids, when I do things with my kids, they're so overwhelmingly positive. I will go to my kids' school and white ladies were like, oh my God, we saw this. It was shared in a group. Oh my, that's so beautiful. They will literally come. So I get negative comments, like all of us get negative comments. But if I'm being honest, if I'm being truly, truly honest, like what Penuel said earlier, it's one in a river of positivity.
Okay.
And then because I'm
Please share what you wanted to say.
No. I think people are gonna make a link.
You reckon?
Yeah. No, they will. Don't
Okay, Mina, that's all I wanted to say, man. Rest in peace to Warwick Stock.
Hey, Warras.
I'm sorry that we kind of used him for this conversation, which I think is very difficult, but I hope there was something to extract from it. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Before you go, with his death, did you mirror anything in your own personal life? Like Warras, the activist part of him is what I believe.
I did, but I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right.
I can explain why.
Yeah.
Yeah, in ukula kwami,
Yeah.
you know, we're constantly changing and what, but I'm trying to not make certain things about me. And it may not be about me, but the way it lands might be as if it's about me. So,
Yes.
But there's still
Definitely-
nuggets that you can pick from that.
I can mention the nuggets without making them about me.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm choosing, and other people are free to do their thing. I'm choosing to not. So, for example, Utebza spoke about the father thing, and then I personalized it as an example. This thing that I'm saying I'm not going to do, I did it in this example, but I don't want to. I don't want to mention things about him and be like, yo, I wouldn't do this, or I would do this, or it reminded me of. It feels like at my age and my experience, like you're almost taking away. Where I'd rather just focus on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the activism thing, it's I don't really want to speak about it in the sense of the one line I always say, don't be a hero for South Africans. For me, the activism thing ends there.
But it's not about that, though.
No.
Can we move away from Warras?
Yeah, sure.
It's only a
the
matter of
only
time
thing.
until the barbarians are joke.
Yeah, hey, that story. The only thing for
I'm
me,
a big believer in us, Bamisani.
yeah, for me,
At the best that you can do. We can all do it at different levels, right?
no.
Some people can post, some people can talk, some people
people
can
just say
actually be in
those
the
things to
trenches.
feel nice.
We all gifted at different levels.
No, the thing I will say directly to what you're asking, it's the Lentwana Elena speaking about Itamanaki, because I faced a similar thing in Mosia, this thing of being in the hospital at a certain time. I faced that thing for your brother knows the thing that I went through. I faced that thing, and I had a conflict with Itogote, you can't be near because of, and the father thing just spiked up. So that thing for me is a thing that touched me out of everything in there.
Do you know what got me so emotional? And Lungelo was right with certain people having control at that time when I read it. Is because I think something changes, bro, when you're a father, dog. And we get so much backlash as if like yeah, because we compare to TV dads a lot of the time, or some person's creation of what a dad must be, or you know, like whatever that may look like. I don't know.
Normally women.
I'm talking about everyone. I don't want to just.
But it's mostly women who create a perception of what a dad should be.
Okay.
I find Amachita don't speak that much about
And they
that
get it
stuff.
from movies.
So
That's the TV dad.
So you're right, but I don't want to leave guys out of it, and I'll tell you why, because a lot of guys that don't have kids have created something in their brain about kids and being a dad, and I want to involve them in this. So the dads that don't create that bubble, the men that don't create that bubble tend to be fathers already. So I want to only excuse that group. It's so challenging to be a parent. Mother, dad, doesn't matter. But I don't hear a lot of fathers telling mothers how to mother. But I hear a lot of mothers and gents who are not fathers telling us how to father.
Yes.
And telling us what we need to do. And calling us out. You're a deadbeat. I'm this loser. I'm aggressive. I shouldn't do this. I'm a da-da-da. You so toxic. You so... And I'm like, oh my God. Awuzali ingane mfethu.
Remember one of the chats we had with Warras here, which I asked you guys was how much contact time a father should spend with their child.
Yeah.
And also, we also spoke about how much money you must put into your child. Just, I'm adding on to real fathers have different types of chats and the substance.
But I'm saying, Uti, when I speak to fathers, generally speaking, we'll judge each other, but we're not that harsh. Generally speaking. For me, I've gotten the worst criticism, not even critique, from gents that don't have kids. Not from mothers, not from females.
There's orange juice.
I've gotten the harshest.
Sorry, he's not drinking yet. Was
it orange juice? It's very acidic.
Okay.
Which means what?
It's 8:30.
You're the last
And
person.
what happens with orange juice at half past 8?
You're the last person.
Acid. So izo.
Acid.
And when you nomkhaba.
This is a Mlotshwa issue.
It's called a dead bod, and the Huns love it.
They love it when they're a bit chubby because it makes them feel good about their bodies.
No, a dead bod means this guy doesn't live at the gym. He has time for me.
Oh, he's got time for other things.
Like my cooking.
No. Maybe you're out there.
He loves...
Maybe you're out there.
He's probably at home, chilling on the
watching
couch.
soccer. Or you're there watching soccer with the boys.
At home.
You're there drinking.
You
with the boys.
just
With a
killed
dead
your
bod.
brother there.
Dead bod
Guys
means
with
you're at
dead
home
bods
with the
are out
kids
there.
eating your wife's
No,
cooking.
That's not true. Dead bods can
A
come
gym
from...
bod means you're so frustrated,
You're
frustrated.
that means that
I'm
it helps.
fighting my
A dead bod
demons.
means you're healthy. You're happy.
Nope.
Your boss is happy. What happens to their body?
When you're not dead bod.
Tell me what happens to a happy woman who's married.
Right. Yeah. Over.
I don't know what happens to her.
And then what happens after she gets divorced?
What happens?
What happens after she gets divorced? But she's still young.
What happens to a happy
and she
woman?
wants to find another man?
What happens to a healthy woman when
so.
she's happy? Her body is-
Amachita wants a shata. Atolu mama right. Come on. What's your issue?
So no.
No, I was saying with mapuzi acid.
Sexy chubby nigga. I think Billy someone's
You said it in Mpandla. So I've got the right.
You don't have a right.
Hey,
No,
you know that every time you say Mpandla, I have to take it.
I like this.
You know, every time.
Let's go home. Caesar's tired.
Every time you say, yeah.
I'm gonna get this t-shirt done.
Every time you say Mpandla, I have to take it off. You know why?
What?
Let me tell you why, Donna. You know how many men keep the cap on? Because whatever the guy said, like what he spoke about, has power over you. I know a lot of guys don't know shy.
Self-esteem.
We are relaxanyana.
You used to be that guy? You used to be that guy?
I've never been that guy. No.
You've never been that guy.
No, I've never been that guy. No,
You've never been that guy.
No, I'm not lying. To show up, and that's why I say, that's why I always say, every man must have a superpower.
His superpower is Mpandla man.
No.
Mpandla man. I'll hit you with the power of Mpandla.
I've realized that now when you allow that, put on the cap.
Yeah.
There's something that they are missing. It's like the kafir thing. Hey, we are a kafir. Then
Oh, you get angry.
Yeah, you get extremely angry.
I do get extremely
So we
angry.
now realize that you ask, in fact, every man must have a superpower, jam. Even if someone hits with a jab, you're a kafir, you're a deadbeat dad.
Mesu tumisa your Ferrari.
I'm
So sorry, I have impandla.
Young John. So the amount in band, I take it off immediately. Because some guys, man, they back out. I'm like,
Why do you take it off?
Yeah.
Why do you take it off?
When him cover, skipper.
No. No, man, I take it off as a motivation to some guys.
Don't take it off.
No,
Take
no,
it off
no.
when you want. You're still reacting.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I've seen guys in real life.
Yeah.
How about Lanza? Like it's a secular machi. Even if it's their closest friend. I'm shy.
I wanted to say you guys must also, on that thing I was saying earlier about avoiding or sidestepping negativity,
Sure.
incentivize positivity. What most people want on social media is a reaction. So you must reward positive, because a lot of people don't respond to positive. It's like, oh, nice.
Wait. How do we incentivize positivity?
You respond and you like.
Make it Mpandla thing. He just did a talk about Mpandla. He joke. What should happen?
I did that. I did that with someone said I was talking shit and I said nice things like that's not nice, but it's okay. Please may you watch the full episode.
That's not what I mean.
And I liked, and then they started following me. And then
Nah,
they-
I'm not talking about that.
Oh.
I'm talking about there's 30 comments.
Sure.
25 of them are negative. 25 of them are positive, 5 are negative.
Sure.
I'm saying blue tick the negative.
Nice.
Respond to the positive so that the negative guys are like, oh, when you only respond to the positive, what? But ignore it. Then when they're like, what a nice video, you're like, oh, thank you so much. Lenja only responds to positive. You dressed very nicely today. Hey, thanks. I also like your profile.
I respond to negatives nicely.
It's too much work. You're still giving them energy. They'll keep going negative because that's when you respond.
So the reason why is because from my experience, every time I've responded to negatives in a positive, they've changed their tune.
Yeah, it's work.
It's
but I'm
almost-
just
it's
saying,
almost
just don't
No,
reward
but
them.
it's almost like, so I'm yet to experience someone who responded negatively or said something negative. I responded positive and then I got a negative. Every time
My
so
point
far.
is you're working too hard. Just
But-
ignore them.
but hear
don't
me.
feed them at all.
But hear me.
Whether
'cause
you're feeding them good food or bad food, don't feed them.
Ignoring is still being
part of,
Is still doing something.
It's doing nothing.
No, it is.
What does it do to them
Because
when
you,
you don't
want
respond?
to say "Sungani," ne? But
But
now
I
you
don't-
have to
you don't
hold
say
yourself
anything.
back. No, but you have to fight yourself.
No, you don't fight. This is what I'm saying. Learn to avoid. For me,
Aye.
it's now an inbuilt skill.
I can't.
When
avoid.
someone says something negative, if it's sideways, like let's say your mom, I just block. So I fully punish. I cancel their visa. Abahambe, they gone.
You report their comment as well, maybe, ne?
I don't.
Okay.
I just block them. I don't want your energy at whether you're trying to catch my attention, you wanted me to say something positive, you're out. So that other people now know what to say. Because they say on other, this nigga blocked me. What did you say to him? Nah, or they say, it's like, oh no, he blocks that. Someone will be like, oh, this guy blocks. Nope, I've criticized this guy many times and he engages when I criticize. It's when you come sideways where he blocks.
There's a person, and I don't want to give this air because they might take it.
Ungashiya amagama.
No. Angimazi negama.
Oh, sure.
So he said something and I responded, but I was very toxic. Ne? And I was
You
like,
were
Chief.
very toxic.
Yeah, I was aggressive in my response.
thought you were gonna
And
say
I was
I
like,
was
Chief,
intoxicated."
let's link up. Ne? So he backed himself and he sent me a DM.
Nice.
Uchimapi. Yeah, because I was like, hey, brother, if you've got a problem, he's like, okay, tell me. And then he actually came to my gym.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I've got gloves in the car. I fetched gloves. I'm telling Dogo.
Nice. Stop, man.
And I said, look, as far as you come here, but I didn't want to go to Nimshaya to a point where it was on poster food to go to him abusing.
yeah.
But it was, I mean, at the spar, you know, when you spar, you know, Caesar, you know, when you like, but I was so strategic.
You spar, Caesar.
Yeah, we sparred. Caesar is a
What,
fucking
Penson?
athlete.
No, I did it once.
Oh, once, okay.
Well, Caesar is an athlete. He can do whatever he wants.
You can do the want that he whatever wants.
Caesar can do Ironman tomorrow. But anyway, I felt so good because I was like,
Sure,
okay,
Anton.
strategically. But I also, look, violence, Lunga's right. Lunga's actually right because I do go overboard and I give these guys too much traction.
Ufake imic la. Yini le nto le? Yini le? Hile. I give too much traction. Yes, Ulingalo is right. Yes, I give too much traction. Hile.
I give too much traction, bro, to some of these negative comments, and I need to work on that.
Actually,
And what's worse is that out of 100 comments, it is one that tends to be negative, and then I will put so much energy on one instead of focusing on the majority that is actually pure and nice. And you also realize that some of them is not negative, they're just banter. You know, Jens, bro. Sometimes Jens is a hickey. Like, don't take it too personally. They making a comment about your shoes. You know. But like, I also need to learn how to manage myself in that space. But yeah, when it gets to family, I think I then get clumsy. Anyway, didn't we say we're doing this one for an hour?
Yeah, we have to close. It's enough now.
We said is this an hour, Caesar?
More.
An hour?
It's 2 hours.
Like an hour 15. Didn't get to 2 hours.
We started at
1 hour 54.
Yes. It's 2 hours. We
You guys
started
said
up
we're
past
doing
6.
an hour.
Started up past 6. It's up past 8.
Manje mawuthi you guys angathina sinamahlokhe emakhanda wena ongenalo.
And number phone.
When you
Oh,
wash
I watch.
awuzange uthi wash like lesikhathi.
Ekuhlobisa yazi uyakhona isikhulu isinice khona umhlobisa.
I did say emergency show yamanga. Clearly we're here just to lie.
I showed you the stuff and you were blue and you were like, don't show me. And I showed you the receipts. I showed you the receipts and you were like, I mustn't show you the receipts. So I'm asking.
This episode, I just checking no MKs. It's airing on the 9th of Jan.
Oh, that's so far.
It's very far, no, for sure. Good luck to the people who are starting gym and they're gonna fall off in March, April.
March.
Negative.
They falling off after 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Oh, these are your closing words.
Yeah, I'm closing. That's it.
Toxic. You are so toxic, man. This is why people say shit about us, man.
No, they say no.
100%.
So bafethu bafethu ngicela nje nihlaleni ejimini bafethu lento ukuthi nje ngicela January ama-gym aphekti the dedicated people abumlotshwa nabudu abantu ba serious they are there the whole year.
Dube is at gym for 4 hours a day.
Yeah, that is
I
very
get to gym. Dube is there. He's been there.
Dube, are you at the gym for 4 hours a day?
I leave Dube.
On a Sunday.
Only on a Sunday. Penson unamanga. We're proving it in this episode. Alanamanga uyanyisa.
So if he's there on a Sunday,
Only on a Sunday.
he's there for 4 hours on a Sunday.
He's at gym for 4 hours every day.
Yeah, no, the other days is 2 hours. Do is 2 hours on it.
Yeah.
Yes, from what I've seen, nakhe. So bafethu ngicela nje bafethu
Penson unamanga.
ningagcwalisa ama-gym nje.
Dube mina ngifika
Uthe Sunday.
uyajuluka umanzi ngize ngihambe uDube usajulile umanzi. Hey ahlale ebhayisikili lomjida yona. Yes.
Bafethu ngicela nje ningagcwalisa ama-gym. Hayi bafethu la abantu ba serious. I think I took gym serious I think it was 2 years ago. So I saw the pattern. To come. Ngicela nje bafethu ningayela January March pulukudu. Lento ukuthi nifika eMcDonald's ni order ukudla kungaka uthi sugar free Sprite nayi correctly.
Or you're giving advice based on this dropping in January.
Yeah, lento January. Angithi ngumuntu unama New Year resolution. Thina abanye who don't believe in those things. A year is a year. Akunangokuthi this is the beginning, this is the end.
You want us to record next week on Christmas, bro?
Yes.
Nata, we can't record.
No.
on
We're
Christmas.
gonna record after.
When
The day after Christmas. Hey, Christmas doesn't mean anything, Tonam.
What do you mean Christmas doesn't mean anything, bro?
No.
I'm not
No.
recording on Jesus Day, bro. You can record on
I
Jesus
see
Day.
what you're doing. I won't go there. I'm not a child.
You're not a child. Jesus Day is not a thing to you?
I see what
Christ.
you're doing.
Yes,
Because you
Christ.
know me and
Christ.
you know my views.
Christ.
So I will not fall for it. Uqawuthi nje ngidom. Lento le angafactor. Angeke ngiyada.
So we're recording on the 26th.
Yeah, let's record the next day. I think we should be back. I will hear what Dube says. E26.
Me, I'm not recording Christmas, bro. This
No,
guy wanted
no
to
one
record.
said no.
You wanted to record on Christmas.
No, it's on Thursday.
So what's your view on Christmas and Jesus?
No, I'm saying it's good. Spend time with the family and go.
We're doing on the when you
26th.
come back.
If
Whether
Dube
it's
is
26 or
available.
27.
No, we need at least 1 week ahead.
Before Christmas. That
Was-
day before Christmas, though.
But we can record in 26 and you're fine with that.
On the Friday.
Yes. It's the
Why
26.
can't we record everything and then just have Christmas, Boxing Day with our family?
Boxing
Yeah, we
men's
can,
and
we can do
boxing.
that. I agree with you. Can't we record on the 24th? On the 23rd?
No, Boxing Day
On
has
Monday?
to do with gifts. So the box is actually a box.
Like people
not
are poor,
boxing.
they're not
Is it
boxing
not
anything.
boxing?
No, it's
No, it's
boxing
for-
day.
it's for
I'm
charity.
a present. But
It was a charity day that started in the United Kingdom. It's actually a colonial holiday.
No,
just
boxing.
don't
But it's
Tyson.
become the Day of Goodwill now. But it's
Like on
Boxing Day for
on Monday?
the
Would
UK
I-
and Commonwealth nations.
Okay, nice.
I'm still working, bro.
I'm gonna shoot in for
I can
26.
shoot the one Monday.
You said to us that we can have it from the 15th.
Yeah, you can have me any day, bro.
That's what you said.
My
but
booty's
now
your
you're saying
booty.
okay.
But that's
No, but I work, but we record after.
Hey.
after work.
Akanamanga, lo bhuti,
Hey, the money go mashadi money.
everything.
I'm working. I have to work. So I
Like
can't work.
you said, year 15, you're off.
No,
Oh, tell your liver. It's gonna.
I started drinking from the 1st of December, so that the rules don't apply for my liver. That's a different job. We can do Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's a Tuesday, so we can't.
No.
Aye.
No, I mean, I need go Sunday, Sunday, Monday.
So, Caesar, you will let us know when you're available.
Need 26. I'm
Aye.
asking for the
That day is out.
26.
Caesar, when you're available. Is that fair?
That's what I'm saying. We have the week.
When you're available. Is that fair?
But listen to what I'm saying.
I'm available when you're available. You want to closing remarks?
Yeah,
Can I say a lot?
Tina,
Yeah, you
yes,
can say a
can.
lot. Of
Tina,
course.
we're speaking
Okay.
nonsense.
I haven't posted this on Twitter, but I will probably tomorrow. Unspoken truths. Number one, and people can use it, not use it, disagree, whatever. Being born light-skinned, especially as a woman, is an advantage. Connections are more important than qualifications. Having lots of money makes you an apex predator in the human and animal kingdom. The law is for the poor and for the middle class. Voting doesn't change anything. Funding politicians does. There is no real democracy on earth. Just direct dictatorships and then the illusion of choice. Women with big, nicely shaped bums are more valuable than women with PhDs or great personalities.
That's the Nyash, the
Out
Bundesliga,
of all the things.
Bundesliga boy.
6,000 pound life.
The Bundesliga is more important. One drunk man.
Is equivalent to 5 women with degrees.
The Bundesliga. So look at that, the Bundesliga is more important than a PhD.
Not
chief.
more important, sorry.
Mangena bafana.
Women with those bums are more valuable.
You are saying a woman that participants in the Bundesliga are more valuable than women with PhDs.
Yeah, and great personalities.
Great
Po-
personality is a good thing, though. I like that.
Poverty leads to crime. You can only be desperate for so long before your morals cave in. Pharmaceutical companies will never sell cures because that's bad for business. Banks create money out of thin air through fractional reserve lending and interest. Although interest on loans is haram in Islam, profit is not. Yet these are similar concepts. Religion was invented to control human behavior and contain the poor from revolting against the rich. So I'm going to post that as a tweet probably tomorrow, which means it will come in soon.
Can I please add? Can I please add?
The interest part is gonna get you cancelled.
Can I
Nah,
please add?
luckily the Islamic community and especially the Muslims who comment on my stuff, I love that they engage very academically. So what I understand about Islam, and I stand to be corrected, is they encourage, unlike what I've seen with South African Christians, the Muslims seem to encourage questions because to them it leads to greater understanding. So they don't get hostile. They'll want to explain why I'm right, why I'm wrong, why interest is haram, why they think profit is not, and why maybe my understanding is not. And the true scholars will normally reference the Quran, which then means then we all learn.
Oh, prudence, laba ababi, abanama PhD, bazokungena nge-Bundesliga.
Can I
So
please
what's
add?
important about what I said is more valuable. Not that women with PhDs and great personalities are useless. No. But in a societal scale, a woman with a nice bum to an ordinary man is valued higher.
I'm not fighting you.
Can
I'm
I-
No, I
saying
hear you. I just, for
make-
prudence, I want
you
them to
make
know.
perfect sense.
Prudence still not going to receive.
That's
shit
okay.
that you
I
say.
don't mind Prudence
So she's
catching
gonna-
feelings.
She's gonna be.
Can I
on
just
you like
add to
white
what
on
you're
rice.
saying? Because you posted something similar. I don't know if it's this specifics, and it made me realize of. Oh, you posted something about your lessons for 2025. Something similar.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, man, we need to have a chat. Because I was like, there's some things that are truth that I've learned myself. And part of it that I want to add to your list is that karma does not exist.
Karma does not exist.
Yeah,
Karma has never
does
existed.
not exist. You know what's so crazy? This thing is so obvious to us, and we don't feel like we need to have a chat about
We don't
it.
even need
No.
to debate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mara, for 99.9% of people, they're like, what the fuck
Their first
do you
response
mean?
is, you'll say this until karma hits you.
Yes.
Then you'll change.
Ooh, yeah.
By the way, karma is from the Hindu Vedas. It's part of amongst the oldest religious texts. There are so many aspects of our life that come from Hinduism that people don't know. Karma being one of them, another one being yoga, as an example. We use these
What about
terms.
the Kama Sutra?
We don't even know. What's that?
What's
that?
Kama Sutra?
Caesar was teaching me about Kama Sutra. I know nothing about those type of things.
So what did he teach you?
What did he teach you?
I don't know. He said I must ask you guys during the chat. I don't know. Caesar, you can speak that.
What kind of diversions are
Okay, my bad.
Okay, guys.
Caesar's dirty. Caesar's not.
Karma does not exist. If you think about, do we need to unpack, like, you didn't unpack some of the stuff. Maybe the next one will unpack some of these things.
I just wanted to read that, and then I've got another closing bit. So feel free to do whatever you want.
Karma in its form from I almost said a weak person's perspective. From a person's perspective is that a higher being intervenes in the wrongdoings you've done to other people.
The universe.
The universe. Or
Or a higher being.
Yeah, they come in, they're like, yo, you did this. So I'm going to do this because you wronged someone else.
Yeah.
That thing does not exist. And you can divert karma if it truly is a thing that exists.
It's a coping mechanism. Like God will leave them alone. God will deal with them.
The problem with
So
wrong,
karma says, don't do anything. The universe will sort them out.
the problem with wrong or doing bad is it's based on the context in which you're speaking. Because let's take homosexuality, where there was a time where it was wrong. You know?
It was a sin,
It was a sin.
punishable by
was-
being sent to
It
hell.
was immoral. The same way that in 2025 we're seeing being a pedophile. You know, I'm not comparing the two. Please.
You
don't-
can compare the two.
No, I'm just trying to compare the wrong. What is
No,
wrong?
you can compare it because most African countries, homosexuality is a crime.
I know what you are saying.
No,
I understand.
no.
Okay, then you take over that chat. 'Cause
No, I just want to clear this up. No, because this is important. I understand cancel culture.
Okay.
And I understand the fears.
Okay, cool.
And I'd like to think all of us here are very comfortable with homosexuality. We've got a lot of friends who are gay.
Yes.
That's not an issue.
Why did you look at Caesar when you said that?
I didn't.
I just got a problem. Wow.
My point was, it is correct. It is correct to compare homosexuality to pedophilia.
Okay.
Because homosexuality in many countries is deemed a crime.
Yes.
The same way pedophilia is deemed a crime.
And you get stoned to death.
Now we agree
in
today.
many countries.
We agree today that pedophilia is wrong.
Yes.
It's immoral.
Yes.
It's illegal, etc. There were times in the past where it was not.
Yeah.
Where the people of the time
Would
thought
stone
it
you
was
to death.
okay.
Yeah.
There may be, to be honest, even today,
Death penalties.
places in the world where it's allowed for a grown man to marry a child.
Yeah.
And maybe even engage. So
Yeah.
I think the comparison is fair in the vein you are going in, because you wanted to speak about karma and where homosexuality used to be wrong.
So a lot of people, when they speak about karma, they use the wrongs of contemporary spaces that they are in. You know, because we will say a mother who steals a loaf, a mother who is unemployed and poor, who steals a loaf of bread to feed their kids. We don't see that wrong, so we never say karma will bite her. But the person who is doing corruption with X, Y, and Z, karma will see that person. So give me the reason why it doesn't exist is purely because we don't see the wrongs and we don't know what the universe sees as wrong and we don't know what the universe sees as right.
What if there's an agreement?
Was that-
Do you believe in karma? So I harm someone. I acknowledge I harmed them. I feel guilty. Do you think karma would then deal with me?
No.
Compared to the next person who harms someone,
I-
they're like, no, I didn't harm them. Maybe
So
No, you don't-
but it can be
sorry.
contextual, because I think when you are in a community that all agrees that this is wrong, they will then find areas where you might lose, and then they'll link that to
karma.
what they deem was your wrong behavior.
And there's a consequence.
So whatever, because we all deal with consequences. Maybe you're tying a slow punch, let's just say, for whatever reason. And we all agree that the speed in which you guys ate these chips was wrong. Therefore, you guys will deal with karma. And then you go there, Motyako is, the one wheel is flat. Like, oh, that's karma. We will find things to justify our beliefs.
maybe that's karma.
No.
Maybe karma doesn't come the way we think. So, for example, sex before marriage is wrong religiously and culturally.
Sure.
And karma becomes the dysfunctional relationships we have today and broken families and alcohol abuse.
But karma,
But
if we
not
define
everyone
it,
who has sex before marriage has to deal with that.
Huh?
Not everyone who has sex before marriage deals with that.
Deals with what? No.
Dysfunctional
So
families.
I'm riding on what you were saying, that we'll come up with an excuse to
as
say
to why.
you did something wrong. Yeah, that's why you hit a pothole because
Because-
ushamuntu ngempama. That's karma.
Nah.
And I'm saying maybe karma is something like that. Maybe it's
I-
not what we think it is.
This is how
maybe
I-
it's not a direct hit of I hit you ngempama.
Maybe.
3 months
No,
later, someone
no.
hits me ngempama.
I think it's-
maybe
it's-
it's you hit me ngempama. I don't get the job at the job interview, and at no point
No, you
did I
can't link
create.
them. You were just bad at the interview. Your CV was shit.
At no point
But-
do I
but
link
he's
it,
saying
but maybe
maybe
that's
it's
karma.
that. But
I
he's
know, it can't be. Because
No, I
he's
hear
saying-
what you're saying. So you
he's
started
not
off by
saying-
saying we
he's
all
not-
agree.
He's not.
Oh, sharp,
we all
sharp.
agree. He's not saying it is. He's saying maybe for
Maybe
certain
karma
events.
exists and we just
If you think
we're
of-
just misunderstanding it.
No. Consistent multiple bad decisions lead to karma. And in this example, I'm saying karma. In a sense that there's a popular Limpopo guy.
Yeah.
Should I say his name?
No.
Shebe shit.
No.
Oh, you've said it.
No, it's public news.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Unless
Shebe
if you're
shit.
bringing something we are not
Shab-
aware of.
Shab- shit. People are saying it's karma. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's bad behavior.
What's karma?
The
That is in
consistent
prison
multiple.
and he's not getting bail.
See, yeah, people say that it's karma.
So I'm
like,
just specify because
yes,
someone
I'm
might
being very
not know.
specific. Yeah, that festive season is not with us. He's losing the gigs and all of, which is not good for him and his personal life and the people that he must support. It's bad. But if you look at the consistent multiple bad decisions, they've led to the space that is in right now.
But isn't that karma?
No, it's
By definition.
no. If think about what karma is, wait. Karma from its purest form, when people speak about it, it's a higher being intervening because you've wronged someone.
Isn't this a
That's
higher
what
being?
karma is. No,
People
no.
misunderstand that because the definition of karma is basically your actions then determine your future.
No, that's not what most people think karma is.
That's what
Most,
I'm saying. Most people misunderstand.
I'm speaking from a most people definition. Let's forget your definition. Most
Weren't you
people.
saying karma doesn't exist from like a factual, not what people think?
No, I'm saying what people define it as.
Why do you start
That-
every answer with no?
I'm disagreeing to what you're saying. I'm saying that.
But you say no to everything.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm saying that.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Or yes, it's fine.
No, it's fine. I'm saying that from the definition that I'm giving, from what people say, a higher being intervenes. Mlotshwa ungishaya ngempama no. Makaphuma yi ashayise
Wena
imoto.
ushaye mina ngempama kusho ukuthi wena uzotholani la.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When you said karma doesn't exist,
Yes.
were you speaking about generally what people know? Or do you mean your
No, generally
understanding
what
of karma?
people think karma is.
Also, do you think in what karma really is, it exists? Or maybe you don't know what karma is. Because when you say something flat like karma doesn't exist,
Yeah.
I'm
Or you're going to the definition of
karma.
researching it and whatnot. No. Maybe let me be clear. I'm speaking from the perspective that
people's understanding of
people's
karma.
view of what karma is that a higher being or the universe intervenes because you've wronged someone. I'm saying that does not exist.
I agree. That's what people believe.
So
Most people
Yes,
believe
yes,
karma
yes.
to be
so maybe once you hear the definition, you might agree with karma.
okay, maybe. And I've never figured into karma. No, I'm speaking
So
from a general perspective.
general people might be right.
Let's hear.
I'm just asking,
No, I don't know. From the true definition, I don't know.
but they might be. There's a possibility.
Yeah, I see the Google it in. Yeah, no, for sure. I'll never sit here and make it seem like
Karma in Hinduism and Buddhism, the sum of a person's actions in this and previous states of existence are viewed as deciding their fate in future existences.
yeah. But read that first part, the first line. Read the first line.
The sum
Yes.
of a person's actions.
Thank you. People don't believe karma is that. People believe karma to be that a higher being intervenes because you have wronged me. Yes.
Yes, God
People
comes
don't. I
and-
wonder that first line is the most important
God will
part
punish you
because
for
you've
your
done
negative
exactly.
Or your biggest issue is an external force.
Yes, and that's what most people believe karma to be
Or you believe karma exists
because of
outside of an external force.
multiple.
So if I eat a lot and I get fat
yes,
and I get lifestyle diseases.
that's karma.
You
It
believe
goes
that's
back to
karma.
what you're saying. Actions.
Manje wayithi phone yami.
Oh, sorry.
Uthinte phela ngezandla zakhe fucking
Which I always say, karma in that definition,
I agree.
it's consistent multiple bad decisions.
If you make bad decisions and bad actions and bad
Consistently.
then
It
it's
leads
the fruits of your labor.
Yebo.
Anything else on that?
No, it's a new year, man. I mean, this thing of New Year, Shem, it's sad, man, because people set goals, man, they don't achieve them. Young
There's
one
nothing
is
wrong with
a
that.
Shem.
You'd rather they don't set goals.
No, set them.
Okay.
But try to stick to them.
They
Fetch,
try
man.
until March, like you said.
March is too far.
That's a that's a 25% hit rate.
What's going on with human beings, man? Marabayaza, Mashel.
Okay, let me close with this because Penson's tired and I need to go.
Oh,
I'm gonna try and be as quick as I can.
yes, sir.
You once joked about how when I have an epiphany, it's all I talk about,
Yes.
like an entire week, and this has been the case in the last 2 weeks for me.
Okay.
These two concepts when it comes to relationships. Number one, figure out for yourself and then for your partner, do you put yourself first in decisions? Do you put your children first? Do you put your partner first? Because once you figure that out, it explains a lot about how you move. And once you figure out where your partner ranks, it explains a lot about how they move, and it may solve some of your relationship problems. Just that misalignment where I put myself first, my partner puts me first, and it frustrates me. Or my partner puts the kids first instead of me, and it frustrates me. I put my kids first, and I don't understand why my husband keeps getting angry, but it might be because he wants me to put him first. And it manifests in different ways, and you might find the biggest issue is just who you prioritize. And a lot of it has to do with your parents, whether you learn from them or the way they lived upset you so much that you want to be different. For example, your dad put himself first, and you were like, I wish my father put me first. So you end up putting your kids first as a trauma reaction. Similarly, a girl is raised by a single mom, or a girl is raised by a mother who used to do everything for the father. And she's like, I will definitely not do that. I will put me first. And her kids end up suffering, or her relationships don't work out because she never figured out that men are trash. Value these men. The reason you're struggling in relationships is because you put yourself first. And whenever you have issues with a man, you struggle to put him first because maybe you've never learned it or whatever. You can still carry on the way you were, but it should hopefully help you understand dynamics better. And in a relatively healthy relationship, that ranking should help you guys steer your ship so much better. Because you'll be like, I know if there's food, I know if there's money, I know my woman. She'll put the kids first. Or I know she'll put me first.
What happens if I don't agree with that?
So it becomes a conversation,
Okay.
which is partly why I'm saying,
Or a
figure it out
fight.
for yourself. It could be a fight.
Okay.
But number one is for you, because you may not understand why your partner's fighting with you. And when you realize, I'm fucking selfish. Whenever I have money, whenever I always me. But I always put this lady first. I don't get it. I buy her flowers. I'm a simp. I buy her flower. What's going on? And then you realize she wasn't raised like that. She finds it weird for a man to put her first. She's like, dog, put the kids first. Why the fuck are you worried about me? Or you are suffering. I'm fine. Why do you... Don't worry about me. Fix you, Baba. Once you realize that, you're like, I get it. This is why chicks keep leaving me. I put them first, but they were raised, let's say, by single moms or whatever. They don't know what that feels like, and they fuck out. Yeah, but Shani is that thing, because they're like, nah, this guy's shady. I don't understand why he's... Whereas the bad boy or the whatever, it's familiar for her, because she's like, I want to serve him. I don't mind if he puts himself first. It's always him, his friends. I must cook for them. He's going out with the boys. And she loves it because all she wants to do is cater to him. I'll make a stupid example, but that's very relevant. I've dated ladies that we've had fights because I want to do my own laundry, because I want to cook my own meals. And they take offense. Do I not wash your clothes properly? Is my cooking bad? And I'm like, I don't understand. They're like, no, you're upsetting me. It's like you don't appreciate me. It's like you don't need me. When I track back, I'm like, I realized how I was raised, directly or indirectly. I need to be able to do things for myself. I need to do my laundry and cook my meals. And in my head, no, you can rest. You don't have to do my laundry. No, you don't have to worry about my food. Focus on yourself for the kids. I'm sorted. But she interprets that in another way, because where she comes from, she's like, my mom would feed my dad. If my dad came back full, my mom would be upset and be like, I really go out of my way to cook for you. Why are you not letting me take care of you? It gives me joy to do your laundry. I get so excited singing, ironing your clothes. When I see you with that kibina shirt, I'm like, that's me, boy. I fucking iron that thing. And she loves it, So that becomes a clash. And you're like, why are we fighting here? I don't get it. Where are we missing each other? Where we're missing each other is the ranking. Do you put yourself first, your kids first, or your partner first? And once you understand that dynamic, to what Penson's saying, you can then have the conversation. It may lead to a fight, or it may lead to understand. You're like,
love language.
Or it may lead to a breakup and you having to find a person that understands.
is that a bad thing?
No. I'm saying, Uti,
part of the solve.
It's part of the solve.
Yeah, sure,
it's part of the, because I think a lot of us have had to learn this the hard way around parenting. Where a lot of the mothers that I've been exposed to put their kids first.
Yes.
And it's such a sensitive one, because it's not Penson puts himself first and that's okay. Or that's just, let's have an argument about it. It's a matter of, if I put my kids first, now Mchita, you need to put our kids first. And because we might not align, and that misalignment alone might lead to divorce. That might lead to whatever bigger shandy. So it's.
But it would be nice to learn it before you have a drawn-out toxic breakup.
Yeah.
Or a divorce that could have been avoided if you knew the fights are not money,
yes,
or cheating. It's just that I wish you could try and put the kids first, because if you did, maybe I wouldn't really mind the cheating. I know it's an extreme example, but you'd be surprised.
But I'm saying, Mutuana, you're saying to know, that's one part. I'm saying to accept and to do. Because in relationships, and I'm not singling out one gender over the other, it's a matter of you need to align. And if we're not aligned because you view yourself first and I view myself second, if that's the dynamic, so we're not aligned. So no amount of conversation will fix that.
Sure.
The only thing that will fix that is if I put you first and you put me first, then we're aligned.
Yeah.
Or I put the kids first and you put the kids first, then we're aligned. We can talk until we go green in the face. We can see every psychologist ever. We can go to Mfundis. We can speak to your mom, my granny, whoever. But if there's no alignment, and that's the sense of a point. And just to close off from my side, I think that's where we get a lot of backlash as well around how we father, because you have a lot of social media where people want how they would father if they were in our situation, you know, because we don't align with how they would father if they had our kids, or how they would father if they had the platform, or how they would father if they had multiple baby mamas, or how, and now you are met constantly with that energy. So to Abahlali guys, please can you give us grace, because you guys also have your ways of doing things, and many people in your circle also might not agree with the way that you move as a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a mom, an aunt, whatever the case may be. And watching, and I'm sorry if I'm going back, watching and listening to Warras' kids, listening to you, listening to Nicole, PH, Usizwe, you realize again what we are
Sizwe
different. Sizwe Dlomo, sorry.
Not our Sizwe.
Yeah, Sizwe Dlomo. We different, and we all doing what we think is best. So the father that is posting his kids and the father who's not posting his kids, their intention is the same.
They are both right.
Yebo.
Their intention and their heart is in a good place. You know, they both think that they're doing what's best, and both fathers don't have a blueprint, a memo, or a fucking magic 8-ball where they can see the future. So please have grace when it comes to those type of things. I'm sad to have been part of the last episode of the Penuel show on Konvo. What you guys have done has just been truly humble, and it's one of those things that
Humbling.
look, because we will discuss it in years to come. You know, it'll be equite, it'll be uata, it'll be umdu, in terms of the doors that you guys have opened. So, siyabonga, man.
Oh, these are your closing words.
These are my closing words.
Oh, I wasn't done.
You're done.
Alignment.
Hey, Baba, this is not when you actually penny. So it's a penny one now. We guessed it. Oh, penny show pella when. I'll push it my trouble.
But I was talking when you came in.
What's the 2 point? Take it to Mlotshwa. Well, tell you why. He said, I hope I won't be long. Meaning that he's going to be long.
Hey, got it.
Mlotshwa,
Hey, pereza lo. Hey, so I put in the show. You need to keep
Between me and you, Imino Pereza.
parrots. When we parrots, when. Khuluma phela.
Ewazongitshela wena umntwana kimi. Fuck. Nawasho ngasebenza. Awusitshela isikhuluma ubhizi nentuthu la emlonyeni.
Badala nathi they pull rank.
Awusidakela la ubhizi ufuqana nentuthu.
They pull rank. There's nothing you can do when I was in Twana. I have to.
You know, like, I watch you guys' relationship.
It's fact.
You got man in the pulley rank. What are you van? You got man.
I'm quiet though.
It's a valid. It's a second
He's
point.
pulling rank might give me khuluma. Angidakela lo. Phuza sidakwa. Nenzi pay pendiwe la. Ngathi usomizi lapha we living the dream.
I'm not sure. You're going too far, man. That's not cool, bro.
So this is my mates.
I'll
So Kagami, I love you, bro.
I'll tell you.
Pependi inzipho njengawe.
Yo, mchita wami. Sisipenda so ithu.
Hayi ngiyasho pendi inzipho ngathi usomizi living the dream.
Mchita wami. Living the dream.
Umam samthanda Somizi. Yabo fana if we could get umams to have dinner with Somizi.
That's dope.
That's what you actually need to organize. Umams would be so easy.
Dope.
She calls him Usomzi.
Somzi.
Oh, nice.
Somkaga.
Okay.
You gonna organize?
Umams wants us. Yeah, I'll organize.
No, you're gonna organize.
I will organize.
Take this clip to Somizi Fete and be like, say,
Okay.
My mom would love to meet you for coffee.
Nice.
Somizi and
You can go to Mamsi no Somizi nonke nyopendi inzipho.
yeah, and Unati. Mamsi loves Unati as well. So we chat with Unati as well. And
Not you, band chance.
Unati the musician, the lady. Yeah. So
The lady.
the woman, the lady, the singer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Angazi ngichaza kanjani.
Unathi.
Yeah. Ubani?
Sounded like Nathi.
Oh, Nathi.
Also
Oh,
us.
Nathi. Also us.
I think her surname is Unkai.
Yeah. So my mom loves Usomizi and
Right. Okay.
yeah.
I'll share the second one.
Mom
Not just
also
one.
wants to cook for us. She did.
You
say.
did say,
Yeah, she's been asking.
You said it's gonna happen this week.
No, it's because I flew.
Nah, I'm not trying to when I do bad things happen this week. I need to.
Yeah.
No, Mara.
Penzo also knows this. It's not like a secret.
What?
That Oledi wants to come and cook and then
No,
while we chat,
but no, things happen this week, Buffett. Let's
Yeah.
be
No,
fair.
it's not this week. Even on Konvo, the issue is me.
Oh,
She's been asking to
Yeah,
cook.
she wants to cook for us.
I
I flop. I'll take
You
the L.
must talk to Mamsi there.
Yes. Yeah, but I flop. I'm gonna take my L. No.
Menze angithi ngixolisile.
Hey, no problem.
Manje kumele ngigqume.
I made it in a school and Mamsi direct.
Hey, nizinja.
Awusizinja futhi.
Ha, Buffett.
Ntawa kabuhlungu.
Yes, mama, phekele izinja.
Nina ntawa kabuhlungu.
Ntawa kabuhlungu.
Let me finish my last point so I'm on Sizwe Dube nisale zinja ndini.
That's not nice.
This will be one of my themes for 2025.
Okay.
The key to fixing society and families is to identify or to find an identity. We've spoken about this many times. It would be one of the things I criticize with Penson or Ike as well in terms of bafunu mamonjena. I'm like, yeah, well, once you've picked an identity, everything else then falls into place. So what I'm going to say now is aligned to something like this. So I spoke about partner, kids, yourself. Similarly, there's these three things: culture, religion, and what I call modernism. First and foremost, everyone needs to understand what these three things mean. What is African culture, Tswana culture, Zulu culture? What is it? How do you live by it? Go do research, because a lot of people, especially online, don't know what it is. Go ask those dumb questions. What do we eat? How do we raise kids? What must we do around sex? What about making money? What about getting married? And be able to answer. If I ask you, what does a Tswana man, you must be able to, whether you live it or not, answer that. Do the same religiously. Go do that research. And I'm asking everyone to do the three. What does it mean religiously when your child is born? They must get baptized. They must go to Sunday school. They must be born again, maybe. They must read the Bible. This is what the Bible prescribes. Man and woman, the woman must know this is what the Bible says. If you're Muslim, if you're Jewish, you follow that prescription. This is how the man leads the home. It's making money. Can a woman talk back? Like, understand it so that you can answer it from a religious perspective. And then this one is, of course, very difficult. What does modernism say? I'll leave people just with this one because this is the guiding principle. Modernism is feminism and equality as a starting point. What does that mean? It means man and woman just have different private parts, different hormones, but everything else is just based on what's put in. You go to school, you go and get a qualification, you go and get a job, you buy a house, you maybe get married, you have kids, and you guys co-parent and you share chores. That's modernism. And modernism acts out in a court of law, mostly. You can bring your culture, you can bring your religion. Modernism says, for sec, this woman also has rights. Ubaba mama also has, and then you're like, but the Bible says, like, no,
We're not covered by that
all
here.
of that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No, Jesus says with school, well, the law says. Maybe I'll say feminism and equality / the law as modernism. And
I'll just take out feminism and just have equality. Hey?
as a term,
I'll just have equality.
sure, no problem.
Yeah, but I
Equality
get
of
what you're
genders.
saying. Yeah.
Equality of genders and maybe even of ages.
The sad thing is that you say law, but there's also a fourth one, society. Because as much as we speak of like being equal, or as much as we speak about feminism, there's also a start point and an end point within current society. So I love the fact that you said being equal, but that may not speak to societal standards.
Sure.
In the sense of we
Or
equal,
law standards, because that's what this thing is. What is the law?
So you
finally
might speak
say?
about us being equal, but society will say that the man still needs to pay for the first date. All of a sudden, being a feminist or being equal disappears. They might say we're equal, but if she slaps you, you need to walk away. So then all of a sudden, everything then changes in terms of culture, religion being equal, and societal standards.
So society is the problem that I'm trying to solve.
Okay.
Which is why I'm not adding it.
Okay.
The problem is society.
Okay.
So I need people to understand these three things and articulate them as best
Can I
as they
just
can.
add one more thing? So I don't know if it's a challenge or not. With your modernism, don't you want to have, because you said feminism and equality, don't you want to say the law? Don't you
I
think
did
what
say
modernism
slash law.
is? No, don't you think take out feminism and equality? Just modernism is, what does the law say?
Not necessarily.
You don't
No, but
think
not
that's the
necessarily
thing?
because modernism might also have, because there's the law and then there's social standards.
You know why I'm saying that? At the end of it, there's a final decider.
But
Just as
but I'll give
in
you an
religion,
example.
there's
But
a
I'll give you an
pope.
example. According to the law, if a female assaults me, and I slapped him back, ne, the law views it in one way.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Whereas,
Isn't that-
so the umbrella of modernism, let's just look at the law. Female slaps me, I slap female back. The law sees it in one way. Society, under modernism, female slaps me, I slap her back. There's different rules for that.
Okay, I was just thinking that you go back to some sort of a base. That's
It
what
makes
I'm-
a lot of sense.
That's what I'm
you're
saying. Why Mlotshwa?
So
why don't you
the
say
base is
law?
what I'm fighting. I did say slash law, but it's slash because the law does incorporate a lot of culture and religion.
Okay.
So that's why it becomes murky, and I don't want to just say
Law.
culture, religion, law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Modernism is difficult. It's because part of it straddles
No, I
the
was saying
society thing.
modernism and the definition is law, not equality and feminism.
I hear what you're saying.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm just saying the part of the why modernism is difficult is because it incorporates society, and we haven't fully figured out what that is.
And agreed.
It's not necessarily the law; it's more how people are living now.
Okay.
But I'm just suggesting that the starting point be equality, but I'm saying also reference the law because it does help clarify
Okay, cool.
a lot of things.
Sure.
Once you've figured or you've found some idea of these three things, choose one. Choose one and try and live by it. You can deviate, but then you revert back to one.
Your North Star.
If you're not going to choose one, articulate it so that you're not confusing us. I had a conversation with a lady and I was telling her one of the reasons I get so pissed online is because specifically Black South Africans, they claim to be something, but they pick and choose. And then when you call them out, they come with all this wishy-washy kak and they don't have a North Star. So it's what's convenient. They live a convenient life, which is now society, which is why I don't want society to be fourth, because society is convenient, but it causes fights. Because what's convenient for a woman might not be convenient for me. And when I call her out, she might be like, but society says. And you're like, you see now, how are we going to build on when you feel like it, you're a Christian, and I must respect your Christian thing. When you feel like it, you're a cultural woman.
So funny, lobol.
But we were fucking each other the whole weekend.
Yeah, bro.
And you're like, yeah, but I mean, everyone does it. I'm like, but when I come in, I'm like, no, but I don't want to do this. You're like, but my family's cultural. Like, you see,
I want
now,
to be more than Nami.
that's
That's
convenient for you now.
Yeah,
it's
at this
inconvenient for me. What's convenient for me is to socially say, well, a lot of my niggas don't do that stuff. Yeah, but my family's cultural. Ow! All of a sudden, your family's cultural. All of a sudden, no, I need to abort this child because we're in the church. And I'm like, now we fight. Again, like the other one with the partner self, what, I'm trying to find solutions. People need to, because they don't know. They need to know the prescriptions of these three things. And then they need to either choose one, and if they're not going to choose one and they're going to choose a couple or two, explain. Let a nigga know as a woman.
Yeah, prep him.
I'm Christian here. I'm modern here. How do you know? Because Penuel asked me to do the homework and I did it. And the Bible says a woman must. And that's why I'm like, nope.
I draw the line.
I'm only Christian when it comes to prayer and what, and I expect you to do this in the Christian. But when it comes to this, I'm equality. I'm whatever the law says. Because people want to be Christian when it suits them. Now, when we start fighting over children, Now all of a sudden they run to the law. And you're like, no,
And
but
you go cultural.
and you're like, no, but culturally the families, and it becomes a fuck up. And in that thing I was saying of identity, finding yourself, I really think, because we've spoken about it, I'm just adding on to it to say, part of it is going to do the research. It doesn't have to be that extensive, but so that when we're having fights, when I'm like, but we can put it in these boxes and we can be like, okay, this is where it's, you're being Christian and you do realize that this is a Christian thing and you must acknowledge it. And if you don't, then that means you're lying and we've got a bigger problem. Acknowledge where we are and what this is. And then let's agree on, do you want to do the cultural thing? And if the answer is yes, no. If we want to do the Christian thing, are we doing? If we want to do a modern thing, a lot of people are being bullied by modernism. But my issue is a lot of it is not even modernism more than society. And society is fucked.
It's about convenience.
Society is fucked and it's not getting us somewhere. Rather, if you're going to go the societal route, be honest. And then when people call you out, which I do online, when the women come in, you men just impregnate us. I'm like, Siswam, I've been reading some of your tweets and you believe in feminism and equality and women must earn the same. But now it seems here you wanna be the decision maker and the voice. You wanna dictate the prescription. But you guys consented to having sex and you were fine with falling pregnant. Now all of a sudden when it's convenient, you're a little damsel.
You're a victim.
And he must be a man. What kind of a man are you? Where is that coming from, Siswam? Did you read this in the Bible? Is this a cultural thing? Okay, it's in the Bible. It's a cultural thing, no problem. How did you have sex with him? Because the Bible doesn't agree with that. Neither does culture. Modernism does.
Kicks in now. Yeah.
Modernism is fine with that. But if you're going to follow modernism, then you guys are 50-50. You guys are both responsible. Then it can't be.
The
Own
man
it.
must take care of the kid.
Own that, yes, you're right. It's convenient for me now to lean on the Bible.
The problem when I look at it is when you bring logic and reasoning to umuntu wesifazane.
Yeah, I think it's time to go. I'm done. Happy New Year. Since this is going to be dropping in January, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Let's try and make it a good year.
Wait, how long have we been heading for?
2 hours, 40 minutes.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. I know that you said you're going to give us 30 minutes of your time, especially because
Yes, you
you
needed to
two
leave. Yeah.
already hit like your guys' show for hour and a half, 2.
Yeah.
And you went from there and you give another 3 hours here. So
2 hours, 17 minutes that we recorded, no tapes.
2 hours 17.
Yes.
So you guys went from 2 hours. So you've been
5 hours.
struggling to get your voice back. And then obviously the day you spoke, one of the challenges around one of the Upsugla Mhlanje, and then you did the 2 hours 17 and now you're doing close to 3 hours. So we appreciate that.
I'm a Zulu Pakistani, Baba. Never say die.
Washa. AMAGENTS out.